You're good.
Good evening and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat basketball from Noelmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. The first of our Lady Cat doubleheader for tonight against the Carlsbad Cave Girls and Cave Men. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday evening. A little pre-district basketball action tonight. And we start with the girls in a battle of two blue and white teams, Dawn.
That's right. Lady Wildcat basketball here from Wildcat Gym. And it's our first doubleheader of the season, at least for Lovington. It's not going to be the last, of course. This really is the start of a couple more of these non-district doubleheaders. And then when we get into district, it is, of course, scheduled and set up that way on purpose. Lovington, the girls first, and then the boys' games. So here we are against a team that's higher classification, and both the Lovington girls and boys will be playing Carlsbad tonight. So the Cave men and Cave girls in the house, warming up and getting ready here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. Coming off of a pair of back-to-back wins here at Wildcat Gym last week, Lovington girls are riding some good momentum. They're 12-4 on the season. They actually bumped up a couple of rankings in Max Prep. So they were at 24 after those back-to-back wins. They're now at number 22 in New Mexico. And they beat Sundown 50-40 on Saturday. And next up for them is going to be a more home action this Friday against Gadsden. And so we'll be right back here, for what's going to be a doubleheader again Friday. It's just that it's not a doubleheader.
It's a Friday, Saturday.
That's right, Friday, Saturday. It's a doubleheader, but just not on the same night, right?
Yeah.
One Friday, one Saturday. But definitely a good night to gauge just how well Lovington is doing, because they've been playing down a lot, down a classification to 3A and even 2A teams in their season, but now they're going to go up a division up, and Carlsbad, of course, is in the district with Hobbs, Clovis, Roswell High, and Carlsbad. But this being a non-district game, this is a chance for Lovington to kind of gauge just how strong they are playing up a classification to one of the teams that's pretty solid right now, 8-7 in their season so far. And they also have played a variety of 4A and 5A teams, and even a few smaller ones in tournament situations. But under Coach Matt Inlow, the Cave Girls come in last, having beaten Organ Mountain. It was a squeaker, 38-37 on the 10th. And next up for them after tonight, they're hosting Mayfield this Friday. They start district on the 27th, and Lovington is not starting district until the 30th. So way at the end of the month, at the end of January, Lovington will begin their district. Now, being in a smaller district, just 4 teams, doesn't take as long to run through and play everybody twice, for district. So that's what they're doing right now. The teams are they've gotten through the holiday season, they've gotten through tournament season, and now it's all about sharpening for district, sharpening the claws and getting ready and getting as strong as they can for the district run to do as well as they can. Lovington, I think, would like to make a run at the top of the district. I think that Coach Chief Bridgeworth is probably talking to the girls saying, hey, we don't need to think of ourselves as, let's just try to be second in district. Of course, they're in a district with Artesian. Artesian's always tough, and it might be tempting to do that. But I think Chief Bridgeworth is probably saying, let's go into this as strong as we can with confidence, momentum, and believe that we can be number one in district. I think these Lady Cats really want to make playoffs this year. They want to make state playoffs. They would love to go to state tournament.
They would. Well, and you mentioned, 22 in New Mexico. That's not really all that accurate, because that takes into account all classifications. They are number 8.
Right.
So that's right on the home, what you would call the home bubble in
4A.
the 4A matrix.
That's right.
So, that's the much more important number, because when you get to playoff time, top 8 get home games.
Right.
Bottom 8 have to go on the road.
Exactly. And if you are going to make the playoffs, you want to make it high enough to have a home game and not have to go, because a lot of times, that home game on the road against a higher seed, the deck is stacked against you even more a lot of times. So that's kind of what goes into all of the makings before the backstory before this game even begins tonight, is looking at all of these different things, looking at the season so far. Now you really start licking your chops and getting down to business when it comes to just a few games left before the start of the district season. And man, it seems like no matter how how many games you play, it seems like district season is over like that, just a snap.
Well, it sure is. I mean, you play 3 months, and then you've got 3 weeks of district basically, and then the district tournaments, and then playoffs. And tonight, should be a good test. You talk about Carlsbad being a 5A team in the Max Preps Matrix. They are number 19 in Class 5A, so they're one of those teams that's kind of battling for the bottom there. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagles still the class of that district, but
sure.
Carlsbad is a team that prides itself on being a defensive juggernaut, and they can really frustrate anybody. They don't score a lot of points, but their defense keeps them in games because their opponents don't score a lot of points either, and they've got some size. So tonight is really going to be, as you mentioned, a good test, because you're going to see something similar out of Artesia. Artesia generally, when we get into district, has more firepower on the offensive end, but generally very similar when it comes to the defense, because they're generally very similar size-wise.
Right. So this is it'll be very interesting to see how it all shapes up. I'm anxious for this game to get underway so that we can see exactly, how well Lovington is doing. Man, they've definitely been doing a great job. When their shooting is hot, they can go on big streaks. They can really turn things over. They can be down. They've learned how to be down like even 8-10 points or more and come back, make up that deficit. They learned how to do that. And before, when they were in rebuilding mode, in these teams in the years past, if they got down, even 4 or 5 points, a lot of times that was it. That was pretty much the rest of the game. But now they know how to battle back, and they can keep it close, and they did just that in both of those games that they played last Friday and Saturday. So these Lovington girls have become fighters and survivors. Ashlyn Barunda has just been shooting, has been lights out, and has come into her own and become such a complete player now in terms of, she can run the point, she can shoot. She's got great three-point shooting ability, rebounding, she's working the boards. She's great and very reliable at the free throw line. So she's having a great season. Abby Schaus also having a very good season as well, and she's been a real monster on the boards, as she should, but that's what you want. She's also reliable at the free throw line and made several this last Friday and Saturday at the free throw line in both of those games. And she's already signed, knows exactly where she's going to go to college and play basketball this coming fall, and I know that that's a big thing as well, and to be congratulated on. So these Lovington girls have become a little bit deeper team, a more skilled team individually, and playing better as a team, TJ.
Well, they have, and you talk about Barunda and Schaus. They're really your 1A, 1B when it comes to this team.
And they're co-captains of this team.
They certainly are.
The seniors.
The challenge, I think, for the Lady Cats moving forward from here on, and it's kind of been the challenge all year long, is to find that number 3 option, because if they run into a team that is shutting down Abby inside and is really staying very close on Barunda and not giving her an opportunity to get an open look from beyond the arc, and she cuts to the basket very well through the lanes. If they get somebody that stays on her tight and they can keep Abby contained, they haven't found that third option yet.
No, but they've gotten really good action off the bench from Zoe Blackwell in terms of rebounding. She has really come in and is working the boards off of the bench, doing a nice job. Leslie Corral has also been running the point and handling the ball. A lot of steals, forcing turnovers, and when she's shooting, again, when she gets on a hot streak and is shooting, she can work it inside, but her perimeter shooting was pretty good as well. J.B. Rios has become a player that looks plays a lot bigger than just a sophomore. So let's wrap things up, and because we're about to have the introduction of players and, of course, the national anthem and so forth. So we'll wrap up the pregame show and take a couple of minutes, come back and introduce the players, run down the rosters, and get this one underway. Lady Wildcat basketball will return from Wildcat Gym on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back. Oh, sorry, Don, go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say welcome back to Wildcat Gym as we get ready for the start of this non-district battle, a doubleheader tonight between Lovington and Carlsbad. Tiffany V keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. I'm TJ Miracle and Dawn Morgan. It is time for a little basketball on a Tuesday night.
It is. Carlsbad under head coach Matt Enlow is here with full roster. 0 is Hayden Brose. 1 is Jayla Bragg. 3, Mia Payanis. 4 is Serena Carrasco. 5 is Juliet Licon. 10 is Libby Tindorf. 11 is Talia Payanis. 13 is Isabella Marquez. 14 is Kendra Ortega. 15 is Valerie Velos. 23 is Faith Klusner. And 32 is Serenity Medrano.
And the starters for the Cave Girls will be Brose, Bragg, Licon, Payanis, Talia Payanis, and Serenity Medrano.
And for your Lady Cats, under head coach Chief Bridgeforth, number 3 is Delilah Ruiz. 4 is Jasmine Hernandez. 10 is Braylon Hernandez. 12 is Nayeli Ruiz. 14 is Ashlyn Borunda. 22 is Zoe Blackwell. 23 is Leslie Corral. 24 is Jabri Rios. 13 is Valeria Silva. And 42 is Abby Schaus.
And the starting 5 for your Lady Cats tonight will be number 10, Braylon Hernandez. Number 14, Ashlyn Borunda. Number 23, Leslie Corral. Number 24, Jabri Rios. And number 42, Abigail Schaus.
All right, so we have the introductions done. We've had the national anthem, and I didn't catch, I don't know who that is who's been singing the national anthem, but man, he is very talented.
I think it may, I knew who it was, and now all of a sudden I don't.
Well, let's try it. We'll find out.
I think it may be Chase Terrell,
we actually have another Ivan Morato. All right,
okay.
Thank you. We have Reese. And TJ will.
Reese Clayton.
Okay. And,
shadowing tonight.
There you go. And so he was very, very talented. So the starters are heading out onto the floor. And in the center, it's definitely going to be Schaus against Bragg.
And that is a bit of a mismatch.
It is a Mutt and Jeff out there for sure.
Abby at 6'7", 6'8".
Right.
And Bragg's probably 5'7", 5'8", but against
she flips
she
it
didn't
right
even jump.
back. Nope, she flipped it right back to Corral. Corral gets it to Braylon Hernandez. Braylon flips it over to Borunda. Borunda trying to pop the 3 from the right wing. It doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. The ball's loose on the court, and it's going to be picked up by Carlsbad and handed to Licon. Licon gets it over to Brose. Brose passes it off to Bragg. Then it comes all the way back to Licon on the right wing. Carlsbad going to pass around the arc. Lovington set up, keeping him out of the paint. Lacone on the right wing right now, looking for somebody. They pass it into Medrano. Medrano, no room. Cat passes it right back to the outside of the arc.
And again, we talked about this in the pregame. Not a lot of offense. Carlsbad extremely deliberate when they're playing.
Yeah, deliberate, patient. They're not going to be real hurried. They're going to wait for position, just like they are now. There was a pass into the lane, but I think that was a travel. Yep, and it was a little slide step, and that was a travel by Medrano. So that's the first turnover for Carlsbad.
But
and
they
that
burned
was
45 seconds off of the clock, which is important because that means you have to make sure that you do the best you can and you don't come up with empty possessions.
Well, they had an empty possession in the midst of doing it. It's a trade-off. It's a good thing. They burn clock, but still. And Lovington works the ball. It comes in, and they get it over
Ashlyn
to
Barunda.
Ashlyn Barunda, and she's got her first 2 points on the board. So
good move there off of the assist. She took it right to the baseline and right to the rack.
yeah, and actually the assist came in off of I believe that was Jabri Rios. Now Carlsbad again, passing around outside the arc, being very patient. Little dribble, little pass, looking back. Good defense by Lovington. I get the feeling, though, Carlsbad would set up and do this. A move to the hoop as Hayden Brose steps forward and puts up a floater, and it falls. So we're tied 2-all, and Lovington
gave her a little space, and she ran right to the line and put up the 15-footer.
And Lovington coming back the other way. Now passing it, Barunda getting worked on hard, drives in, then kicks it out, bounce pass over to Corral. Corral tries the three, it doesn't fall. Jabri Rios with the rebound, her first. And the ball goes out of bounds. I think Barunda last touched it, though.
Actually, Brose got over there and swatted it away, and so it'll stay Lovington ball.
And Brose touching the ball last. It'll be inbounded by Braylon Hernandez over in the right corner. And she looks for somebody to Barunda. Barunda drives in, puts it up from the right. A nice layup. And 4 points for her, 4 points for Lovington. 4-2 is the score.
There's a reason Ashlyn's averaging over 22 points a game. When she finds a little space, she takes it, and she takes advantage, too, of having Schaus there to pull some of the defense.
22.9 points is what she's averaging per game. And a takeaway, and a first steal, and there will be more, I'm sure, from Barunda. But she gets across the timeline and getting worked on by Juliette Lacone pretty quickly. And I think they'll call it the jump ball. Yeah, they should.
They do.
And the arrow will go to the way of Carlsbad. So Carlsbad will inbound. I believe that is Lacone over there. Nope, that is actually Bragg to inbound. Gets it to Brose. Brose running the point. Passes it off to Lacone. Back to Brose. Now over to the right to Bragg. Back to Brose. She bounces. And now 3-point shot up and taken. No good. Fight for the rebound. And Rios is right there. And they will call jump ball? Yes, and the arrow goes the way of Lovington this time.
She got tied up by Medrano right after she got the rebound, but it stays Lovington basketball, and they're up 4-2. So time to see if you can stretch this out a little bit.
And it will be Corral who will run the point. Cross timeline, center, now moving over to the right. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda's got somebody in her face, gets it to Schaus. Schaus turns around at the free throw line and pops the net. Nice turnaround jumper from Schaus, and she's got 2 points. And now it's 6-2. Lovington opening up a bit of a lead over 5A Carlsbad. Coming the other way, same game plan. Carlsbad just passes around the outside of the arc, sets the O, takes a look. Now Carrasco is in. Brose feints in like she's going to take a basket, pulls back out. Now she takes the shot from right at the arc, or at the top of the arc. It does not fall, and that is going to be Barunda with the rebound.
And then they're going to whistle Lacone coming back down for her first personal on the push. First team foul on Carlsbad. It'll stay Lovington basketball in the backcourt.
It's on the floor, of course, and Braylon Hernandez to inbound. To Corral, back to Hernandez. Walks across timeline, center court. Passes over to Barunda, right arc, thinks about the three. Now passes all the way to Corral. Corral on the left wing has the ball stolen away from her. Stolen away. And I think there's going to be a travel.
Yes, there is.
Yep, as the teams trade turnovers quickly. Another empty possession for Carlsbad. They're racking up the empty possessions here. And they are eating time off the clock. But Lovington's making better use of their time and fewer empty possessions. 6-2 the score with 3:53 left. Corral with the ball. Passing over to Barunda. Barunda, top of the arc, drives in. Now kicks it out to Corral. Corral now drives in, trying to find Schaus, but the ball doesn't go very far. It doesn't go far enough.
Yeah,
Interrupted,
stolen,
out, and stolen away by Carlsbad. And there's a drive to the hoop, no good, but Madrano with the rebound. A three-point attempt up on the way, but then a whistle sounds, and they're going to call a foul.
Foul under the basket as some battles going on underneath, as they're going to call that on us? Nope, they're going to call it on Carlsbad.
Right.
They're going to put that up on Madrano.
Madrano. Yep.
And so that'll be her first personal, and it'll be the second team
Actually,
foul.
they're going to put it up on Licon.
Wow.
That's her second.
The ref showed 32.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought he did, but all
they
right.
changed their mind to put it on 5, I guess. So it's on the floor. Lovington inbounds. Just under 3.5 left to play in this first quarter. And that is Zoe Blackwell, who is driving and loses the ball. It's stolen away and then stolen right back by Barunda. Barunda passing to Corral. Corral has to save the ball from going out of bounds, gets it to Schaus. Schaus then to Barunda. Barunda to Jabri Rios, who posted up and was going to put up the layup and then gets bumped down to the ground.
Hip check and a butte, I would say, in a hockey game there.
So
got to be careful with that. They could almost call that a flagrant because
almost.
that was just to keep her from having any shot at it. But now it'll be up to Jabri from the free throw line.
And, of course, her first trip to the line. This is first trip for any Lady Cat in the game so far. First one is up and no good. So Rios with a miss, but she'll have a chance for a make. She's got an assist, a rebound, and a missed free throw in the game so far in the stats.
A couple of rebounds, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
If there's been kind of one knock on Lovington this year, a lot of it has been they've been, I think they're only right at 50% from the free throw line. They've had a little trouble from the stripe, and they've left some points on the board.
Silva comes in, Schaus goes out, and the second one's up, and that's nothing but net.
And see, I knew if I said that, she'd make it. So.
Reverse curse. So 7-2 is your score, 3:05 left, and Lovington is up over Carlsbad in this one. Bad pass, as I guess it was intended for Marcus, who's in the game for the first time, and it just goes by her. There's just miscommunication on that, goes out of bounds. And what is that, 4 turnovers? 5 now for Carlsbad, and
4
Lovington
for
has,
us.
yeah. So bringing it down the court will be Barunda. Barunda moves to the left, in through the blocks, passes it off to Blackwell. Blackwell takes that extra step and
then stepped on the baseline.
So it will go over. So that is turnover number 5 for Lovington. Now a little more urgency for Carlsbad as they bring it down. And that was number 4, Carrasco, moving the ball. They still pass around outside the arc.
Well, Carlsbad.
Working it. Ball pops up. Carlsbad saves it.
Carlsbad knows they're very deliberate. And so if they get too far down, it's awful hard for them to come back.
A three-pointer, and wow, who was that?
It was
Carrasco, who was going to pass and then looked up at the basket and thought, okay, I guess I'll just try to shoot. Made it. So now 7-5. Suddenly, now just a 2-point lead and a 3-point attempt by Barunda up no good, and the
rebound by Marquez
is brought down. So an empty possession for Lovington, and Carlsbad within 2 of tying it up. A shot up from the right, no good, and that is 23 Klusner with the rebound. A 3-point attempt up, no good, and this time it bounces out of bounds. And let's see, it will be Lovington basketball.
It will, as underneath fighting it out were Zoe Blackwell and also Isabella Marquez, and Marquez touching it last. So Lovington with a chance to come back down the court with 1:50 to go in the first.
They inbound, get it to Barunda. She'll walk the point across the center court timeline, passing into Rios at the free throw line. And turning around to pass it to Blackwell, and it's stolen away. That's Marcus with a steal, and another turnover for Lovington. Here we come, and now Payanis in the game, passes it off, then all the way across court, and then back to the top of the arc from Payanis. Payanis over to Carrasco, over to the left to Ortega, and all the way back over. Carlsbad, just as you said, it doesn't bother them that the team is all over the paint, keeping them out. They're still passing, looking for position, and now driving to the hoop, I believe, was
Payanis.
Was Payanis, okay. Talia Payanis.
And they're going to call the reach foul on Barunda. That'll be her first team foul on the Lady Cats as Corral and Schaus check back in.
And Barunda and Rios check out. So it will be Carlsbad basketball to the right of their basket. I think there's a number 8. No, that is 11, Payanis. She gets the ball back, tries a 3. It doesn't fall, but Madrano skying up for a rebound. Now they get it all the way out to Marcus. To Carrasco. To Payanis. Back to Carrasco. Lovington needs to pick off some of these passes if they can. Interrupt this very deliberate rhythm that Carlsbad gets into. 3-point attempt up, no good, off the board, and it's going to be 30. Silva with the rebound for Lovington. A good rebound there. Gets it to Corral. Corral runs the point, cross the right line, passing in, finding Silva in the lane, and she puts it up and in. Nice work. 2 more points, 9-5. Lovington up by 4 with 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Carlsbad playing for the last shot. They get it into Marcus and then back to Payanis, who takes the 3-point shot, no good. It bounces out. She fights for her own rebound, and then they call a tie ball, or do they call the foul?
Yep, they called the jump as Blackwell got it, but then immediately got tied up by Payanis, and the possession arrow will go over to Carlsbad, and so that'll be actually a turnover for Lovington.
And that's what, 7? Yep, that's what I got. And they bring it in, a 3-point attempt up, and nothing but net. Wasn't that Ortega?
Ortega, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 points for Ortega puts Carlsbad within 1 at the end of the first quarter. Lovington is ahead by 1 point. It's 9-8, and we'll be back with more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94KZOR Facebook.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym, as it is we're within 9 seconds of the second quarter starting, and Lovington's got the upper hand. They have led the whole game, the whole way in the first quarter. 9-8 is your score. With
the 3-point shooting, though, that's kept Carlsbad in this one.
Carrasco has a 3, a tray, and Ortega has a tray, and that's the only, and then 2 for Bros, and that's your scoring so far for Carlsbad. For Lovington, it's Ashlyn Barunda with 4. You've got Jabri Rios with 1, Silva with 2, and Schaus with 2. Here we go. Second quarter underway. Lovington with the ball as Corral leaves it off for Barunda. Then to Schaus, who's trying to post up. She's got people all over her, and a takeaway, a steal, and that's number 1, Bragg. She's going to try to take it coast to coast, and Barunda blocks her out. The ball goes out of bounds, but it'll stay Carlsbad basketball. Schaus got knocked down in that. There was no whistle.
Yeah, I can't
believe
believe
there wasn't for a little while.
I can't believe there wasn't a foul on that.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling Abby can't believe there wasn't a foul on that.
So Carlsbad will inbound just to the right of their basket. And there may be a 5-second violation here, but they finally get it in, and it's stolen right away by Braylon Hernandez. Left off for Barunda. Barunda driving to the hoop, and she gets hammered from behind, ends up on the floor. She was in the act of shooting, so they are going to nail, I believe, 11. Nope.
Bros, number 1.
Bros, number 1 on that. Yeah, they haven't put it up yet. Yeah, there we go. So Bros, her first foul. First team foul here.
I can't believe they're not going to say that was a shooting foul. That shouldn't have been on the floor.
Yeah, she was driving to the hoop. So it will be on the floor. Lovington inbounds. They get it to Corral. Corral leaves it off for Barunda. She drives in, across the baseline left side, puts up a floater from the left. It does not fall, but there's a whistle that sounds. She knows. I think she did that. She decided, you know what? They didn't give me the shooting foul. I'm just going to go draw a foul underneath the basket, and I'm going to get my trip to the line.
Would have been nice, though, if she'd have got the bucket, too.
That's
Then
true.
it would have been the
and
and
one. Yeah. So
well, you'll take them any way you can get them.
That's true. And Ashlyn skies it, nothing but net. She has been very reliable at the free throw line this year. So she's now got 5 points in the game, 10-8. Your score now, a chance to make it 11-8, and no, she does not. Schaus, though, with the rebound and trying for the putback, but she gets
underneath and then taken away.
And there's no foul. So another turnover for Lovington.
Chief just shakes his head and crosses his arms like, golly.
So Carlsbad bounce pass in the lane to Medrano, who puts it up and in from the right and draws the foul. I think they're going to get Rios for that.
Yeah, it should be on Jabry, so that'll be her first personal. That'll be first team foul on Lovington, but it'll be a chance for the and one and Carlsbad for their first lead of the game.
And Medrano, who has yet to score a point in the game. What, she's got 3 rebounds or just 2? I've written down 2. And that's no good. So a miss, and Schaus grabs the rebound. I believe that's her second.
It is. That's what I got.
And Barunda has the ball across timeline, drives in the lanes from in the blocks. A little turnaround spin move, going to put it at the hoop, and there's a whistle sound. So I believe she draws a foul. Let's see who they're going to do. They're going to get
Pionis.
Yep, Pionis on that one. So second foul, third team foul now in this second quarter, and Barunda will go to the line. And that one is up, and that one falls. So she is 2 of 3 now at the line. Have a chance to even that up. And I believe that was Brose who came out for Carlsbad.
It was Pionis.
Pionis, all right. And that one's up and good as well. So, yes.
And in her place was Carrasco.
12-10 now. Lovington back up to a 2-point lead with 6:52 left here in this first quarter. It's Carlsbad still behind the timeline now. Brose brings it across. And that is Licone working it. To bounce pass to the corner to Medrano, gets it back. Now out to Brose. Brose back to Licone, back to Brose, top of the arc. And now Licone free to take the 3. It does not fall, and Barunda skies for her second rebound. Yep, I've got that down, and brings it down all the way. And a 3-point attempt from beyond the arc, no good. It bounces, and Pionis, number 3, will have the rebound. Mia into the game. Leaves it off. Licone with it on the right wing. Thinking about the 3, gets it to Brose at the corner. She thinks about the 3. Good defense. Lovington in the face, keeping it up. And there's the 3-point attempt. A real flat arc on that, but that was Mia Pionis, and nothing but net. Another tray cuts and gives Carlsbad the lead for the first time in this game. 13-12, a 1-point lead, and a timeout by Chief Bridgeforth being taken. It is a 60-second timeout, so we'll be back with more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and Reese Clayton sitting in with us as well, shadowing tonight. And out of the Chief Bridgeforth timeout, Lovington girls are still talking about it. Carlsbad broke their huddle. Coach Matt Inlow saying, yep, we've talked enough. Get back out there, because Carlsbad.
Really, I think what Chief is telling them is you've got to keep an eye on that shooter. That's what they're doing with all this pass.
Sure.
They're really kind of lulling the defense to sleep, and then they move in just a little bit, and that sucks the defense in, and that leaves the shooter open on the outside.
The problem is it's a different shooter every time almost. It's not the same shooter. And coming down, Corral loses the basketball. Mia Pionis picks it up for a steal and another turnover, brings it down, going to take a shot at it, and it's stolen right back by Corral. She gets it to Barunda. Barunda takes it coast to coast, up and in from the left. A nice little left hook. A layup, and she's got 2 more points in the game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points in this game of the 14 that Lovington has on the board. 14-13, Lovington takes the lead back by 1, and Carlsbad sets up to do exactly what you mentioned. When they're doing all this passing, they are just passing around and looking for the open shooter, looking to get a shooter open. Occasionally driving the lane, but just like that, they get it back to Brose all by herself, top of the arc, no hand in her face, and she pops the net. Her first tray, but 5 points in the game now, and now Carlsbad back on top, 16-14. Lovington with the ball, and Barunda gets it to Schaus, who had posted up, and Schaus was point blank right under the basket, puts up a shot. It doesn't fall, but she gets fouled. She'll go to the line and have a chance to make 2 at the line instead of the bucket.
They're going to put that up on Medrano, her first personal, 4th team foul, and now Abby at the line. And again, that three-pointer, they got drawn in on the defense and they lost the shooter.
And up and nothing but net. I mentioned early in the pregame that Schaus and Barunda have been extremely reliable at the free throw line all season. They are co-captains of this team and having great seasons, both of them. Second shot by Schaus is up, and that one is good as well. 4 points for her to go along with a couple of boards. 4:50 left to play in the second quarter. Carlsbad taking it down. Carrasco getting it over, passing over to the right corner, passing it right back. Carrasco in the left wing. Into Velos. Velos passing it all the way over. This time, no three-point attempt. Then they get it to the right corner, and not in three-point range, but a nice little mid-range shot up, and that was by 13 Marquez, and her first 2 points in the game makes it 18-16. Carlsbad retakes the lead. Now it's Lovington's turn to pass around the arc as Barunda gets it out to Corral, to Rios. Rios getting worked on, kicks it back out to Corral. Corral then into Schaus, who's posted up, but the ball goes out of Abby's hands. It ends up on the court. Rios fighting for it. It goes, I think, off of her leg, and so it'll be Carlsbad ball.
So that's 11 turnovers for the Lady Cats. They got to clean that up.
10, 11, yep. And
only 7 for Carlsbad.
Just right at 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Carlsbad up by 2. Carlsbad a 5A team, though, coming in at 8-7. Lovington coming in 12-4, a 4A team. And Lovington's holding their own against them, and then some. A three-point shot up, no good, and that is Blackwell with the rebound. Gets it over to Braylon Hernandez, then to Barunda. Barunda gets it to Schaus. Schaus is going to kick it right back up. Barunda drives the lane, puts up a little floater off of the backboard. Nice and easy and up. And now we're tied, 18 all.
Good job by Barunda. She saw the lane as Abby went out to the free throw line, and that drew the defense with her as they were thinking she was heading to the high post for the give and go.
And a three-point, nope, I think her feet were, 3. Was it 3? I thought maybe Marcus's feet were a little far back, but she got the 3, and now Carlsbad up by 3, 21-18.
As three-point balls
exactly.
Around.
And then Lovington works it in, and nice job getting it into Blackwell. Blackwell with 2 points and makes it a 1-point lead for Carlsbad. They've got the ball back, though, as Marquez gets it over to Carrasco. Carrasco tries the 3 off the backboard hard, and it's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be Lovington basketball. So Carlsbad, so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays, all by different players. No player has 2 three-pointers for Carlsbad yet in this game. But the three-pointer is why they have 21 points right now. Lovington with the ball. Corral to Barunda, back to Corral, Corral into Blackwell. Blackwell, no place to go. She kicks it back to Corral on the right wing. And Carlsbad with very tight defense here. Barunda sorting things out, calling for the O, spin move. A bounce pass over to Braylon Hernandez, which is what she indicated she was going to do. It was kind of subtle, but she kind of floated her hand over toward Braylon before she took the ball, made the spin move to kick it out with a bounce pass. And Braylon just not ready for it, goes out of bounds, so another turnover for Lovington, number 12. Carlsbad coming the other way, kicking it around the outside of the arc. Ortega on the right side, now all the way over to the left. And now kick it up to the top of the arc, and Carrasco not free, so she gets it over to number 3, Payanis instead. She takes the 3, no good, and Corral has the ball. Corral gets it to Barunda. Barunda skies for the 3, and WNBA. And it does not fall, and it's going to be Carrasco with the 14, Ortega with the rebound for Carlsbad.
You need to be a little more patient. You don't need to take that shot from Denver City.
And now a 3-point attempt up, no good, and fight for the rebound, but it's going to be controlled by Carrasco. And a whistle sounds travel and turnover, and I've got that, is that 7? 8 now for Carlsbad. It is a minute 29 left to play in this second quarter, and we haven't had any scoring here for a little bit. It's 21-20, Carlsbad leading by 1. Carlsbad, no defensive pressure on the inbound throw. Corral bringing it across the timeline over to Barunda. Barunda gets it to Blackwell. Blackwell skies up, tries to get it off the boards and fall in, but it doesn't. Bounces out, and it's going to be Carlsbad rebound. I think that is Carrasco. Bounce pass over to Ortega, and then a bounce pass picked off by Barunda underneath the basket. She's going to bring it coast to coast, pull up, and a nice little floater right over the head of her defender and in. Beautiful work.
12 points now for Barunda.
Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay. Coming the other way, that is Marcus.
13.
Yeah, I was going to say, see, 13. I knew there was an odd number because she missed one of her free throws.
But then Ortega back the other way with the 3.
And Ortega with that. Now that is the second tray of the game for a Carlsbad player. Bring it over. Carlsbad 24, Lovington 22. Lovington with the ball. Barunda in the left corner puts up the 3, spins in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Blackwell almost had it, but instead it is controlled by Ortega for Carlsbad. Now 14 seconds left on the clock in the first half. A 3-point attempt up, no good, but a whistle sounds. A very bad foul as Marcus, trying for her second tray of the game, lets loose one and gets fouled. And they're going to call that on 24 on
Leslie Corral, 23.
on Leslie. Okay, I thought it was Rios. I thought he was saying 24, not 23. So Corral with her first. And that's going to put Marcus at the line. And the first one rattles out. It bounces out. I thought it might bounce in and end up rattling home, but it does not. So Marcus with a miss.
And just interesting to note, Abigail Schaus not on the court, and she's also not on the bench.
And let's see, that one also in and out, no good, but I think there was a lane violation, so they're going to give her another shot. Here comes Abigail.
It was a 3-point shot.
Okay.
She was hiding over by the scorers.
Yeah, she was ready. She was crouching to come in, so she's back in for Lovington, and the blocks on the left side, and that's Corral and the blocks on the right. That one in and out, and Abby skies before he has a chance to roll back in. Nice rebounding. Give it to Corral, runs the point left side. A quick one into Blackwell, tries to put up the shot, no good, and the rebound the putback's good, but it was too late. It was after the buzzer, and Abby looked over to the ref, and he's like, nope, it started going out after the buzzer. So at halftime, it is 24-22, Carlsbad leading now. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with your halftime report here. It's Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Stand by for Lovington Wildcat football.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym in Lovington. It's on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle and Reese Clayton shadowing, sitting in with us tonight. Now it's a halftime score 24-22. That first quarter was a close one, but Carlsbad started pretty slow and just caught up right before the end of the first quarter. Lovington led 9-8 at the end of the first, and now Carlsbad leads 24-22. So a lot more scoring. The pace picked up a little bit more in that second quarter, and Carlsbad had a lot fewer empty possessions than they did in the first, and were able to outscore Lovington. So let's take a look at the figures for that first half. For Carlsbad, a lot more scattered scoring across the way. Leading scorer right now is Kendra Ortega with 6 points. She's got a pair of rebounds to go with that. Then you've got a few players with 5 points. Hayden Rose with 5 points. You've also got Isabella Marquez with 5 points, a couple of rebounds, and a steal. And then you've got Mia Payanis with 3 points, a rebound, a steal. You've got Serena Carrasco with 3 points and rebounds. And you've got Faith Klusner with a rebound. You've got Medrano with 2 points and 2 rebounds. And you have 9 turnovers for Carlsbad in that first half. For Lovington, your leading point scorer right now is Ashlyn Barunda with 13 points. She's got 3 of those from the line and no 3-pointers for her. She also has a couple of rebounds and a steal to go along with her points. Then you have Abby Schaus with 4 points, 4 boards. You have Zoe Blackwell with 2 points, 2 rebounds. You have Jaber Rios with a point, 2 rebounds, and assist. Silva with 2 points and a rebound. And you have Braylon Hernandez with a steal. And Lovington turns over the ball 12 times in that first half. So more trips to the line for Lovington than for Carlsbad in that first half. Carlsbad, Marquez had a miss.
They were 0 for 4 from the line.
Yep, and Lovington has
6 of 8.
That's right, and 3 of those, half of those were from Barunda. She went 3 for 4 at the line. Rios was 1 for 2 at the line, and Schaus was 2 for 2 at the line in that first half. And Lovington turned the ball over 12 times. So I'll turn over the rest of the stats and the observations about that first half to TJ Miracle.
All right, well, and you've got the rebounding, and Lovington did out-rebound Carlsbad in that first half, 12-10. But there's a but here. That but is a lot more of Carlsbad's gave them second looks and third looks, and Lovington, it would be one and done, and a defensive rebound, and then back down. Too many turnovers, 12 of them. They've got to find a way to hold on to the ball better. Even though they forced 9, they only converted on 2 of those, so that means only 4 points on the board came directly off of the turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
The big stat for Carlsbad, all the 3-pointers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. That's 21 of their points, or 18 of their points, And so that means only 3 regular field goals. You've got to keep an eye on those outside shooters.
Yeah, six three-pointers and from 5 different players. They've got different players who can shoot the threes. That makes it really hard. You know, if you're at defense, and Lovington has got to keep their eye on every single girl on the court, because it's possible that she can at least tune up a 3 and may have gotten one to fall already in the game.
Yeah,
so
we haven't had a single 3 yet, even though they've been attempted by both Corral and Barunda. Nothing has fallen yet, and we talk about this all the time. If you live by the 3, you will die by the 3. Lovington is not a team that lives by it, but if the other team is hot from beyond the arc, all of a sudden, and this is what we saw, you can find yourself up 4 or 5, and then all of a sudden you're down 4 or 5.
That's right. So
the three-pointers are swishing in.
Big swings. When you've got your three-point shooting hot, then you're going to have a lot more dramatic swings one way or the other. So looking forward to the second half, and we'll get that underway. We'll take another break as the Lovington and Carlsbad boys used the advantage girls back on the court for a quick warm-up now, as of course immediately following the girls game, the Lovington boys and Carlsbad boys will be squaring off against each other for the second game of the nightcap, so to speak. But we've got another half to play, and it's a close one and an exciting one here, as Lovington girls 2 points, but there's a lot of basketball left to play, and they're down by 2, only 2 here at the half. So we'll take another break and come back here in about a minute and a half or so with the second half of Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, vac trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball second half, as it's been an interesting first half. Very close at the end of each quarter, 9-8 ahead at the end of first Lovington, and then at halftime Carlsbad leading, but only by 2, 24-22. So a lot of basketball left to play. It'll be interesting to see if it's the same game plan under Coach Matt Inlow for the second half as the first. Carlsbad was a little less deliberate in that second quarter, TJ.
Well, they moved up. They realized they were behind, and so they picked the pace up just a little bit. And when Lovington is leaving you wide open shots, when any team's leaving you wide open shots from the outside, and the way basketball is these days, you take them, and the Cave Girls did, and they made them.
And the Cave Girls will inbound to start this second half. And attacking right away is Lovington, and Ashlyn Barunda with her second steal of the game picks it up, takes it in. The layup no good, but I think it was Corral with the rebound, and then loses it as Madrano strips it away.
It was Braylon Hernandez.
Braylon Hernandez, yes. I couldn't tell in the fray if it was her or Corral. So give it back to Carlsbad. Carlsbad again passing it around outside the arc. Licone driving in, gives it to Bros. Bros bounce pass in across the baseline as Madrano, I think, ends up kicking it out of bounds.
Actually, getting a hand on that was Jabri Rios to swat it away.
So it won't be off the foot of Carlsbad. It'll be off of the hand of Lovington, and it'll be Carlsbad basketball still. Licone will inbound to the left of their basket, all the way out to the right arc. Give it to Bros. Bros now over to Licone. Thinks about the three, but Lovington with good defense. Now she gets it back. Now she's free, though, and the three-point up no good, and Schaus with the rebound denies another look at the basket. A pass all the way underneath the basket, trying to find, is that Braylon Hernandez?
Yep, trying to find
That's
Braylon
right.
Under there, but just
and
not
Braylon
able to do it.
just couldn't corral the ball.
You finally get them one and done down
That's
the
right.
court. You take it off the glass and then throw
it
away.
It was a good transition though, as
thought.
Barunda with a pass down and nice speed for Hernandez, but execution lacked. So give it back to Carlsbad, and Carlsbad taking it. Bros, top of the arc, gets it to Lacone on the right wing. Lacone thinks about the three, and a bounce pass, and back to Bros. Bros drives the lane, then kicks it back out, and a three-point attempt by Lacone, no good, but it's Medrano with the rebound and the putback. And
again, they got sucked in on the defense, and that left them wide open on the outside, and then Medrano there to clean the glass.
So Corral with the ball, coming down for Lovington, stops top of the arc, then finds Barunda in the lane, and Barunda with a nice little fall-away jumper, puts it up and in. She's got two more. And now Lovington 2 points behind, 26-24. Carlsbad with a 2-point lead. They get it to Bros. Bros top of the arc. Kicks it out to Bragg. Right side, gets it back. Kicks it back out to Bragg. Bragg now gets it back to Bros. Bros now finds Lacone on the left wing. She tries the three, it won't fall. And then Carlsbad with the rebound. I think that was Payanis over there? Bragg, okay. Jayla Bragg. Carlsbad now a three-point attempt by Bros. Hits the backboard and it bounces away. And a quick foul is going to be called. Yeah, Medrano, and she gets fouled. Let's see, they're going to call that on Rios. That's going to be her second foul. First team foul here in the second half. Medrano's 0 for 1 at the line. She eyes it, skies it, and it bounces out. So another miss for her. She's got 4 points in the game now and 3 rebounds. 5:37 left in the third quarter. Carlsbad up by 2. Medrano at the line for her second shot. It's up, and that is good.
First free throw made by Carlsbad.
So 27-24. Lovington coming the other way. Barunda's got it, drives in, gets hip checked by Bros. Ball knocked out of bounds.
We're just going to call the out of bounds.
Wow. I saw a big contact, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
But it's okay. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. I guess they felt like Lovington was going to have the ball out of bounds anyway. And they do get it in. A spin move by Barunda. She gets into the lane and then gets bumped again. And this time I think they are going to get Medrano. We'll see. No, they're going to get a Payanis, number 11. And that's her third foul. Not in the act of shooting. It'll be on the floor. That'll be Hernandez to inbound just to the right of the Lovington basket. As she gets it in, and it's stolen away. Bad pass in. Turnover for Lovington. Driving in underneath the basket as Medrano tries to put it up, and I think they're going to get They're going to get Zoe Blackwell.
Actually, they're just going to say out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
It got popped away and popped straight up, and actually would have been off of Carlsbad, but it hit Zoe in the head.
Yeah, I was going to say she got contact. I didn't know if it was the ball or an elbow, but I guess it was just the ball. So out of bounds, no foul called. Carlsbad gets it in. Bros has got it on the right wing. Gets it into the corner. A three up, and that's the second tray for Mia Payanis. And that makes it Carlsbad 30, Lovington 24, just like that. A 6-point lead by Carlsbad. Lovington needs to make up those points as quickly as possible. They can't afford to get in a hole. Ashlyn Barunda with a spin move, runs out of room, though, and kicks it back out to Corral. Corral puts it up, no good. Then the ball loose on the court goes out of bounds. And it will be Carlsbad. Yeah, Corral last touched it, so it'll be Carlsbad basketball. A timeout by Chief Bridgeforth is being taken, and let's see if it's going to be a 30 or a 60, just a 30. So we'll probably just keep it right here. 4:55 left in the third, and Carlsbad has opened up a 6-point lead, courtesy of the three-pointers.
Well, again, they've only got one in this quarter, but Lovington only has one bucket, and so you've got a 6-2 run going on to start this second half, so the third quarter, and Lovington has just seemed a little bit out of sorts. They've turned the ball over 3 times. They've come up empty a couple of times when they have forced either a turnover or gotten a defensive rebound, and right now They're just kind of out of sync and out of sorts. They got to figure something out here pretty quick.
And I think
Carlsbad, that hissing sound you hear is
taking
Carlsbad
the air out of the
taking
balloon,
out of the ball.
Yeah, out of the ball and the balloon for Lovington. Yeah, and I think Chief Bridgeforth a good timeout as he recognized all of that. Really wanted to reorganize and kind of sort out the girls. Carlsbad inbounds it though. And that is Bros running the point. Gets it over to Carrasco. Carrasco drives in. Gets it over to Lacone. Lacone now to somebody new in the game. Well, Klusner. She hasn't played a lot, but she's back in the game.
Hadn't we been calling her name for like 83 years?
I know. She's played multiple sports as well for Carlsbad for many years. I think she is a senior this year, though. It's Carlsbad working the ball, passing it around. Klusner's got it right now. Top of the arc, leaves it off for Payanis. Payanis takes a three. No good, but it is Carrasco with the rebound, and the putback is good. So Carrasco with 5 points in the game now. Another 2 right there. And rebound. Lovington passing, finding Barunda in the lane, and that was Schaus passing into Barunda, and the Barunda heaves it up in the act of shooting, gets fouled, and they will call that on Bros, her second, and a second team foul for Carlsbad as well, and put Barunda at the line. Barunda's only missed 1 in this game so far, and let's hope I did not give her the announcer's curse there. She made the first one.
It did break about a 3-minute scoring drought for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, Lacone comes out, and number 13, Marcus, goes in for Carlsbad. Second shot up by Barunda is good. Hits the front, the back, and falls through. So now Lovington has cut it back down to a 6-point lead. 32-26, 4 minutes left in the third, and Bros has the ball out near midcourt for Carlsbad. Passing it off, then there's a pass in the lane, and getting it back is Marquez. Oh, she was not in three-point range. Her feet were.
She was.
Oh, she was? I thought she was inside the arc.
Nope.
All right, so yeah, she's got another tray. That's her second 3 in the game. Coming the other way, Corral passes into Barunda. I think they're going to get number 3, Mia Payanis, for fouling Corral before she let loose of the game of the ball.
Isabella Marquez.
Nope, Isabella. Okay. So 1-3 instead of just 3. And the ball inbound. They get it up to Schaus, posted, and she puts it up and in. Easy layup, 2 points. And that makes 6 in the game for her. Coming the other way, Carlsbad now. And Lovington stepped up the defensive pressure, but Bros drives the lane, then kicks the ball out, then gets it at the top of the arc. A 3-point attempt by Marquez taken, and Barunda with the rebound. Barunda kicks it out, leaves it off for Corral. Corral getting worked on by Payanis, leaves it off for Braylon Hernandez. Much tighter defensive pressure by Carlsbad now. Corral gets it into Schaus, a turnaround jumper, and hits the mark. Schaus on fire with 2 more points. She's got 8 in the game to go along with, I think, 5 boards.
That's what I've got.
All right. So now just a 5-point lead for Carlsbad, 35-30. 2.5 left to play in the third as they kick it around the outside of the arc. Klusner leaves it off for Carrasco. Carrasco kicks it over to the corner, gets it back to Bros. Bros pulls out mid-court, slowing things down. Bros getting worked on by Corral, drives around to the right, drives in, drives along the baseline, and then kicks it out to corner, and that is number 4, Carrasco, taking the 3, no good, and taking with the rebound was Corral. And then on the, she passes over to Barunda, and Barunda ends up on the floor.
But they don't call a foul, but they're going to say just out of bounds, and it'll stay Lovington basketball. So they catch a break right there instead of a foul going against us.
Yeah, and Braylon Hernandez will inbound just to the left and under the Lovington basket. She gets it over to Rios. Rios reaches up, puts it up from the right as she muscles in under the basket and gets 2 points. And now Lovington shaved it down to just a 3-point lead by Carlsbad, 35-32, with 1:50 left to play in this third quarter. Now Carlsbad, they get it in the lane to Medrano, tries the turnaround, little spin move, turnaround jumper, no good, but she gets fouled. And let's see who they call that one on. They're going to get that on third. Yep, they're going to get Jabri Rios.
And
her third foul, by the way, and that's a second team foul.
That's not the worst thing that could happen. Carlsbad is just 1 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and Medrano has made only 1 of 3.
Now 1 of 4.
That's right. That one up, no good as well. So still 3-point lead. 1:46 left in this third quarter, and that one's up and hits off the rim, floats away, and fighting for the rebound. Rios has it, keeps it, and gets it over to Blackwell. Blackwell then to Corral. Corral over to Braylon Hernandez. Then over to Barunda. Barunda tries the 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. It's loose, and Medrano will have it. Medrano passes it off.
Down.
And a pass over to Mia Payanis. Then over to Marquez. Marquez on the right wing, getting worked on hard by Blackwell. Gets it to Mia Payanis. Payanis runs out of room. Are they going to call a foul on Braylon Hernandez?
Yes,
I think they are. She's a little dismayed by that, but they're going to get her. That's just her first foul. It should be, I think. I've just got her
and
for
the
this one.
Foul on Lovington.
As Silva comes back in, and Rios will sit. So 1:13 left, still 35-32. Carlsbad leading. They inbound, get it to Medrano in the lane. Turnaround jumper off the backboard, no good. It pops up. Medrano will get the rebound. It pops up again, and then they get it to Mia Payanis. She tunes up the 3, no good, and it's Barunda with the rebound. Gets it to Corral. Corral across the timeline, right side, drives in, puts the shot up, falls to the ground, no good, and they will call Carlsbad for the foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Medrano on that one. Yes, they will.
And
that'll be her second personal, 4th team foul in the quarter.
And that's going to put Corral at the line. I think this is first trip to the line for Corral.
Couple of rebounds, first chance to get in the scorebook.
She eyes it, skies it, and it falls off to the right. So no good. And let's see, we've got Medrano coming out, and you've got Bros coming out. You had Ortega.
Tindorf and Ortega go in.
Tindorf and Ortega going in. Tindorf in the blocks on the left in front for Carlsbad. Second shot by Corral up, and that one is good. Corral in the books with a point, and makes it just a 2-point lead for Carlsbad as they cross the timeline finally. Carrasco with the ball. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Carlsbad up 35-34. Barunda almost stealing it away. The ball does get loose on the court. Falling on it was Marquez. And they're going to call jump ball this way. This time it goes the way of Lovington. So officially a change of possession and a turnover, right?
That'll be the 11th turnover for the Cave Girls.
Yep. And Braylon Hernandez inbounding. Corral's running the point. Gets it over to... Oh, and the ball off of Silva's hand goes into the middle of the lane, and it's picked up by Carlsbad, but then a whistle sounds as Tindorf got it.
And Zoe Blackwell, a frustration foul there. Fortunately, it does not put Carlsbad at the line, but it lets them keep possession with 27 seconds remaining in the quarter.
27.51 left on the clock. Carlsbad up by 2, 35-33. So they will go down and play for the last shot. As Carrasco takes it across, gets it to Tindorf. Tindorf bounce pass to Payanis in the lane. She puts it up and in. Mia Payanis with 2 more points, and she's got 8 in the game and makes it 37-33. 11 seconds, 10 now, and it is Barunda with the ball. Barunda leaves it off. Nope, she takes it in herself, puts up a floater. Oh, and it falls. Beautiful fall-away jumper. Finds the bottom of the net, and she gets fouled. So she's got a chance to make it 3 the old-fashioned way as she has, she comes within 2 of tying it back up. 37-35 now with 2.59 seconds left on the clock. So she gets ready, eyes it, skies it, and yes, buries it. And now a 1-point lead for Carlsbad as they've got to get it in quickly, and a half-court shot, no good. So at the end of the third, we've got a barn burner still as Carlsbad's got the lead only by 1, 37-36. And we'll be back in 1 minute with more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym, Lady Cat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and here we are with fourth quarter. This has been a very, very close game all the way. Here we are, start of the fourth, and Lovington is trailing just by 1 point. Carlsbad will inbound. Brose has got it, works it over, drives in, then kicks the ball back out. Payanis, that's Talia Payanis. Then back to Brose, top of the arc. Works it in, no room. Bounce pass over to Lecone. The ball's up and almost stolen away, and it is, as that is a turnover, number 12 for Carlsbad?
That is correct.
And coming the other way, Lovington, that is Corral. Drives in, puts up a jumper, no good. Schaus with the rebound, and her putback is no good. Then the ball loose on the floor, and Carlsbad comes up with it.
Madrano's going to get credit for the rebound and then leaves it for Brose.
Brose working the run of the point. A very loose defense by Corral on her as she's got room to move it around the arc. Then gets it over to, I believe, Mia Bayanis. Now back to Brose. Carlsbad again back to being rather deliberate. Pulling the ball out, almost stolen away. Now to Madrano. Madrano leaves it off for Lecone. Lecone thinking about the three. Drifts back to midcourt near the timeline. Getting worked on by Rios. And now bounce pass to Madrano. Madrano now getting worked on by Schaus. Gets it to Brose. Brose, good defense and good cycling around as Lovington doing a nice job of staying on and keeping them from being open and taking those three-pointers that Carlsbad has popped all game long.
But getting just a little tight there. They're going to whistle Jabry for her fourth personal, so she's probably going to have to sit with 6.5 to go.
So Carlsbad, of course, with the foul on the floor, they inbound. Still working it around the outside of the arc. Carrasco in. Gets it over on the other side. And Payanis getting worked on by Rios. Still in the game. Leaves it off. A jumper taken, no good, and it'll be Corral with a rebound. And she brings it down, stops on the right wing, pulls it back. Gets it over to Barunda, thinks about the three. Now she gets it over to Braylon Hernandez over in the left corner. They kick it back out to Corral, now to Barunda. Barunda back to Corral. Now in the lane to Rios, bad pass as Madrano picks it up.
Should have gotten tagged for a foul there, did not.
And she gets it, a steal. Lovington almost stealing it back. Carlsbad will keep it. Now hang on to it, cycle it around the outside of the arc again. Lecone working it over to the left. Madrano on the left wing, drives in, puts it up off the glass. Schaus guarding her, but Madrano makes the point. Very deliberate, and 2 points. 39-36 is the three-point lead for Carlsbad, and Chief Bridgeforth calling for the timeout. Let's see, I think it'll be a full one. It is, so we will take it and be back with more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym, Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle and Reese Clayton, who's shadowing us tonight out of the Chief Bridgeworth timeout, Lovington timeout. It is Lady Cat ball. They inbound near the scorer's table. Corral's got the ball, gives it over to Barunda, back to Corral, top of the arc, and now over to Braylon Hernandez. As Braylon passes over to Barunda. Barunda drives in. Little spin move off the glass, up and in. Beautiful move. And she's got her 22nd point of the ball game. 39-38, just a 1-point lead by Carlsbad. Brose has got it across the timeline, top of the arc. Out, leaving it off for Medrano. Medrano passing it away as well. Now they give it back. Carrasco, tuning up for the three, and the ball gets stuck. You don't see that, but every once, I don't know, you see it once every couple of dozen. Moon. Yeah, every couple of dozen games or so maybe. And they'll have to bounce a ball up underneath it, and they get Schaus to do that. And
Abby didn't have a long way to go.
That's true. She could have reached. I think she could have reached up there without the other basketball.
Well, don't put any unnecessary strain on the knees and ankles.
That's true. So 4:42 left in this ball game. It's a 1-point lead for Carlsbad after their missed three. That the rule is the ball comes down, and of course it's a jump ball, and the arrow goes the way of Lovington. And that's going to be Braylon Hernandez to inbound to the left of the Carlsbad basket. Full court press by Carlsbad here. It doesn't do any good because Blackwell takes it coast to coast, puts it up, and it does not fall. And they're going to call her for the charge.
Travel.
Oh, the travel. Oh, okay.
So that'll be the 19th turnover for Lovington.
All right. Coming the other way, Brose running the point for Carlsbad across timeline. Gets it over to the right. Good defense by Barunda. Bounce pass over to Carrasco. Now in the right corner is Medrano, getting worked on by Schaus. Passes it off to Lecone. Lecone backing up, worked on by Corral. Now drives in across the baseline, puts it up. Oh, no good. And they're going to call. Abby with the flat. Yep.
No foul.
Oh, just a block. And that's good. I didn't think it was clean. I knew it was going to be it was a good.
Lecone tried to pull the foul.
Yeah.
She went Supergirl on the floor.
She ended up on the floor, and that's why I thought that Abby had caught body instead of just ball, but nice clean block for Schaus.
Going on a nomination for the Manu Award on that one.
Yeah, flop of the year there. Good try, but it did not work. So Carlsbad with the basketball, though, and that is Ortega out near midcourt. Leaves it off for Brose. Brose now drives in left side, leaves it off for Lecone. No, that is Carrasco. Now to Ortega. Ortega drives across to Medrano. They get it back to Ortega. She's in the right corner. Tries the three and buries it as Ortega with her third tray of the game makes it 42-38, a 4-point lead for Carlsbad with just under 3.5 left to play in this ball game. Lovington's got to make up the deficit and do it quickly. And they are now passing around outside the arc. A big push on Barunda over there. No whistle on that. Away from the ball. Barunda tuning up for the three from the left wing. No good. And Brose is going to... It's going to bounce out, and Brose is going to get the rebound.
Lovington is still not converted on a tray all game long.
And that's tough. They've done a lot of things very well in this ball game, but three-point shooting has not been one of them. As Carlsbad cycles it in, back out. Medrano in the right corner. She's going to leave it off for Ortega. Ortega now drives in, puts it off the glass, no good. But the rebound and the putback by Carlsbad, no good. And then Schaus with the rebound. A good one. Good time for that as well.
Carlsbad
leaves it off for
foul. I think they're calling it pretty even.
Leaves it off for Corral. Corral tries the three. It pops up, no good. A foul called as Abby.
Dead ball is
dead ball.
Hit the strap.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yep, it hit the strap.
I didn't even see that.
Ball.
Yep, and it's same as if it got stuck. The ball was dead at that point, which is why there was a jump ball.
And
And a timeout is being
Enloe.
taken at just a 30, I believe, by Coach Noah. As a full one. All right, well, then we'll take it with them and be back with more Lady Cat basketball as Lovington trailing by 4. The end of the fourth coming up here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym out of the timeout as the huddles are still, they're just now breaking up. It is a 4-point lead for Carlsbad with 2:29 left to go in this one, 42-38. I think Lovington, they've got to make up that deficit. I think they should also, shooting is great, stealing and making points off of a turnover is great, but also they're doing better at the free throw line. However, they got some fouls to give before they would go to shoot. So Carlsbad inbounds, and then they throw it away, an unforced error as don't know what was going on. Brose turned around to get it to Carrasco and went way over her head into the student section.
Well, and now you're going to have to capitalize on it because
that's a gift.
Up by 2 possessions, Carlsbad, their intention is to take the air out of the ball and slow it down and shorten the game.
Corral to Barunda. Barunda tunes up for the 3. It rattles in and out. Schaus with the rebound, and the putback is good. And so now it's a 2-point ball game, 42-40, and Carlsbad comes the other way. Again, looking very deliberate. They get it over into the corner. Oh, and then a surprise 3. That was ill-advised for Carlsbad, I think, but we'll take it. Zoe Blackwell with the rebound. Brings it down, kicks it out to Barunda. Barunda to Schaus, who had posted up. And Schaus up and in, a fall away. At point-blank range, it drops, and she draws the foul. What I just talk about, maybe trying to draw fouls, because we're doing very much better at the free throw line. And so Schaus's 2-pointer tied it up.
And now with 12 in the game for Abby, is checking out is Ortega, and going in her place is Licon as they shift around Payanis to the front with Medrano.
Talia Payanis will be in the blocks on the left side, and Medrano on the right for Carlsbad. Schaus will shoot, and it's up and no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be, controlled initially by, and they do. Rios controls it, and she's able to kind of just push it up.
Actually, it was Zoe Blackwell who got
Zoe.
it and pushed it out to
I
Rios.
thought it was Rios who actually was on the ground and pushing it up.
And then they're going to whistle Payanis for the foul. That's Talia Payanis.
And that pushed Barunda at the free throw line. All tied up, 42 here. Barunda with a chance to untie it, and she does.
And Lovington has come back and retaken the lead with 99 seconds remaining.
And 43-42, a chance to go up 44-42 here. And Barunda does, nothing but net. Good grace under pressure. Free throws under pressure. 44-42. Now Carlsbad has to make up the deficit with 1:30 left. 1:30 on the clock, and that is Licon getting worked on by Schaus. Licon kind of losing her stuff here just a little bit, losing the basketball as well, but I think they are going to call the push foul on Abby.
Yes, they are. So that'll be her second personal, and the Carlsbad faithful and a pretty good crowd there.
Just the first.
No, that's her second. Oh, yeah, it is her first. You're right.
Hello.
Sorry, I can't
on the
read
floor,
my own,
though,
and
inbounding was Licon. Licon gets it. Now Licon bounce pass to Brose. Brose picks it up, gets it over to Carrasco. Carrasco over to Klusner. No, Medrano now in the lane and off of the glass. Nice fall away jumper by Licon. She's got 2 in the game. Now we're tied up. 58 seconds left, and Corral has the ball for Lovington. Gets it over. Oh, and there's a the timeout, right? Yes, it is a timeout as Chief Bridgeforth wants to take it. And with 52.97 seconds left, It is a timeout, and it is just a 30-second timeout. Chief wants to talk about it because we're all tied up 44 apiece. This has been a close game. Lovington led at the end of the first 9-8. Carlsbad led at halftime 24-22. Carlsbad led at the end of the third 37-36, and now we're all tied up at almost the end of this game. Exciting basketball. Not always well played, but exciting nonetheless. Close. They've kept it close.
And two completely different styles. Lovington has had to rely on the free throw and penetration from Barunda and Schaus, while Carlsbad almost their entire game has been beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's perimeter shooting for Carlsbad that has really been the thing for them in this game. That and controlling the pace and the ball movement. So all tied up, and Lovington inbounds out of Nandez into Blackwell. Blackwell to Corral. Corral over to Braylon Hernandez. Bounce pass almost stolen away, but Corral saves it. Now to Blackwell. Now to Barunda in the right. Spin move as she drives forward and puts it up. No good. The rebound and the putback by Schaus, though, are good. And now Lovington up by 2, 26 seconds left. Carlsbad brings it, and Matt Enlow wants to take the timeout for Carlsbad as they cross the timeline right as the timeout sounded. So we will see. It's probably just a 30. Nope, it is a full. So we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym as the gym has gotten more packed steadily as this girls game has gone on. The Lovington boys will take the court at the end of this one and will host Carlsbad in that nightcap. But we've got a barn burner that has yet to be decided. The Lady Cats up by 2, 46-44. With just seconds left on the clock.
Watch the outside shooters. I have a feeling that's what Coach Matt Enlow was drawing up down there, was ball movement to get probably, I would say, Pianis open in one of the corners.
23 seconds left. Bros takes it and works it. Lovington, good defense. Carlsbad running out of time. 13 seconds left. A drive, a bounce pass in the lane to Medrano. Up and in, and it's tied up. 7 seconds left, a whistle sounds, and Chief Bridgeforth with the timeout. 46 all, 6.54 seconds left on the clock. Lovington's basketball and Lovington's timeout. It is a full 60, and we'll be back, or we could keep it here. What do you want to do, TJ?
We can just keep it right here.
All right, let's do it.
So Lovington is only going to have 7 seconds to figure something out. If not, we're going to overtime, but they fought their way back. I think if you're Chief, what you're trying to do right now is you're drawing something up to see if you can shift the defense in, maybe open up one of the lanes, give Barunda an opportunity to cut either through the baseline or in one of the lanes and do one of her little patented underhand scoops and see if she can get that up. And then make sure whatever side you're doing that on, have Abby sitting on the other side ready to go
rebound,
up for the rebound and the putback.
For the offensive rebound.
But you've got to do it within 7 seconds.
That's right. And you don't need the extra points to win the game, but what you need to do is deny Carlsbad a look and time to get a shot off going the other way.
That's right.
So you want to play offense and defense there in the same possession, really, in the same shot.
And look for Carlsbad, I would think, to probably go full court pressure. They're really not going to want to get Lovington an opportunity to get down the floor easily.
So Lovington will inbound it to the right of the Carlsbad basket. They'll have to go all the way down the court or just make a long pass. Barunda takes it. Here she goes. And 3.5 seconds left. She stumbles, and are they going to call Marcus for the foul? Yes, they will. They'll call Marcus for the foul. And it's not, if you're Carlsbad, of course, this is on the floor, so it'll be inbounding.
Carrasco,
no, Carrasco. Wow, okay. Lovington inbounds. Corral trapped up midcourt, and the time runs out, and we are going to overtime in this one. The game ends at regulation 46 all, and we have a time. We have extra time on the clock.
Little free basket.
Woo, that's right. So the game ends tied, but overtime will determine. We will be back and play more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym right here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. Overtime as the Lady Cats and Cave Girls battled to a tie, 46 all at the end of regulation. So it's a whole new ball game. If you look at it this way, you got 4 minutes on the clock for overtime, and it's back to the starters on the court. Schaus is going to win the tip, get it back to Corral, and Corral will run the point across timeline. Here we are, overtime to decide this one against the Cave Girls. Barunda with the ball, off the pass, getting double teamed, back to Corral. Corral, now back to Barunda. Barunda back to Corral. She tunes up for the three and buries it. Wow,
Finally a tray in the
Corral.
ball game.
And the first score for her. Nope, she had a free throw, and now popped a tray. 49-46, Lovington up by 3. And that is Licon. Licon leaving it off for Carrasco. Carrasco over to Klusner. No, that is Payanis. Now to Madrano. Carlsbad looking like they're feeling the pressure here. And Lovington looking a little more steady and sure. Good defensive pressure. That is Bros with it near midcourt now. Works to the left. Gives it off to Licon. Tries the three, and it's no good. And Blackwell with the rebound. And a whistle sounds, as I think she's going to get tagged. She loses the handle on it. I think she was poked from behind by Licon.
Yeah, they're going to get Licon for her third personal, and that'll be the 4th team foul on Carlsbad, because, of course, fouls carry over from the 4th quarter.
Right.
So Lovington will be in the bonus on the next foul as Coach Enlow sending in some reinforcements.
Klusner and Marquez come in. You've still got Carrasco out there. And the pass into Schaus. Schaus to Barunda. Barunda tries to draw the foul on her shot. It does not happen. And Carlsbad trying to save the ball ends up going out of bounds. So it'll be Lovington basketball. And Barunda will inbound to the left of the basket.
And I like that because she's got a little more size and she has a little bit better court vision.
Gets it to Schaus. Schaus, nowhere to go. Has to give it right to Barunda. And now they get it to Blackwell. Blackwell tries a shot, no good. And comes down with the rebound, but loses the handle on the ball. Ends up on the ground, yeah.
Madrano, so turnover for Lovington.
And then, of course, the ball was free and rolled out. So
no, it was a tie. It was a jump ball.
Oh, jump ball.
Okay,
so. Jump ball. Didn't see that.
Yep, possession arrow to Carlsbad.
Goes to Carlsbad, so it'll be a turnover for Lovington, and getting a little shaken up on that. Blackwell has to come out.
She's already got some tape on that right thigh. So
Carlsbad inbounding. Bros running the point. Cross timeline. Now moves it over to the right. Drives in, and then kicks it out to Licon. Licon now drives in. Off the glass. Beautiful shot. What credit's due. Carrasco was taking that shot. 2 points makes it 49-48. Lovington up by 1. 2:20 left to play in overtime here. Hernandez to Corral, kicks it over to Barunda, back to Corral near midcourt. As Lovington can burn some clock. Clock is their friend. They're up by 1, and it looks like they're going to make Carlsbad come to them. they're going to make Carlsbad come and foul them now. Barunda decides to drive the lane, put up a shot, and she does draw the foul. The shot doesn't fall, but she's got the best, if not one of the best, free throw percentage makes in for Lovington on the roster. So
yeah, she is the highest percentage, and the
I
block
didn't know
foul
if she was
gonna
one
be,
or two.
Yeah, she's number one, and the block foul going to be called on Marquez, who got the worst of that one as Barunda kind of steamrolled her under there. She's up, but she's not feeling too good, so she'll come out.
Coming out.
And
Barunda
will come back in as Barunda goes to the line.
Yeah, and Barunda kind of put a hand on her arm saying, hey, sorry about that. Heat of the battle. What are you going to do? Bodies fly. Somebody gets crunched. Ooh, in and out. As a rare miss for Barunda. She'll have another chance at it, though. Lovington up by 1 with 1:57 left in overtime here. Carlsbad faithful trying to rattle. Oh, and another miss. A rebound, though, and a ball floating up. I don't
Rios
think it
got
was
the rebound,
but she really didn't have it. Really wasn't a shot. The ball just kind of floated up, and it ends up being.
Yes, but she got the putback, and then Abby fouled on the rebound.
All right, so they get Abby for her second foul. It's on the floor. Carlsbad inbounds. Bros going to run the point. Near center. Now she drives into the basket, into the lane from the left, puts up a ball. It will not fall. It's Madrano with the putback, and the putback no good. The rebound putback, and then taking it away is Corral. Corral comes down, going to pass off to Barunda, but the ball is blocked, and it's
actually
a clean
to
Hernandez. Sorry, not Barunda. And the ball is blocked. It's a clean block. Wow. So Carlsbad with the ball back. 1:30 now. Bros with the ball. Now crosses timeline on the right. Gets it to Madrano. Madrano. Bounce pass over to Carrasco. Almost too hot. Now to Payanis. Then to Madrano. Oh, the ball up. Schaus got a hand on it, but the ball still made it in. So now Carlsbad with a 2-point lead.
Just 150 to 49.
Well, not 2 point, 1 point lead. 50-49. And the ball, the pass in from Barunda to Schaus. Barunda with the assist, Schaus with the 2 points, and Lovington back on top. The ball comes down, 51 seconds left. 51-50. Lovington up by 1. Madrano over, a 3-point shot up, no good, off of the glass, and the rebound is by Barunda. Barunda's got it, going coast to coast, puts it up and in from the left, and it does not fall, but she gets the rebound. The putback no good, fight for the rebound, it goes out of bounds, and Carlsbad gets the possession. Wow. So Lovington with a 1-point lead, 30.20 seconds on the clock, and a timeout being taken. And it's just a 30-second timeout. Wow, it feels like we've seen it all in this game, TJ.
Well, we have seen a little bit of everything. It finally took Lovington's first 3 of the ball game to get them out in front in this overtime, and then it's been a back-and-forth affair. You've had fouls, you've had calls, you've had non-calls, you've had shots made, you've had rebounds fought for,
you've had
blocks, you've had bodies on the floor. I mean, I think, we've pretty much seen everything. We haven't seen an alley-oop yet, but it could happen.
So out of that timeout, back to basketball with 30.2 seconds left on the clock. Lovington with a 1-point lead in this first overtime period. 51-50 is the score, but Carlsbad will have possession. They have to inbound it. They get it to Bros. Bros will run the point. Pressure on her, outdistances Corral. Bounce pass in the lane to Madrano, and the ball's blocked. And Lovington has it, and now Lovington can just hang on to it as Lovington,
Coach Inlow losing
he
his
is
mind.
having a fit over here.
Telling him, go ahead and try and steal it, foul, do something. Finally, Lacone tries to knock it away and does, but pulls the foul in the process.
Yeah, as
and
Bros
so
was
put Corral at the line.
Bros was right there, and Bros is giving her a pat, saying, "Hey, thanks, for doing something, anything," because Inlow was just having a stroke over here. Once that ball was, blocked and taken away by Lovington, Corral will be at the line as they do call that third foul on Lacone, and
all set up by the block.
Carlsbad trying to rattle her, but no, Corral keeps her head about her. And after bearing a tray just a few minutes ago, makes her second free throw of this game.
So the freshman may wind up being the hero of this one. It'll become a 3-point ball game if she can get this one. Carlsbad, the best they could do would be to tie it unless you have a really bad foul.
52-50 right now, but that ball up and good as Corral buries both of her free throws and makes it a 3-point game. And Matt Enlow with the timeout. 11.82 seconds on the clock. And ready to come in will be, let's see, Licone and Payanis when the after the timeout is taken. And it's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it and be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. The gym is rocking tonight. This has been a close ball game the whole way. Some exciting ball game here. It was tied up 46 all at the end of regulation, went into overtime, and here we are with just seconds left on the clock. 11.82 seconds on the clock, and Lovington up 53-50, but Carlsbad will have the ball, and they inbound to Bros. Bros quickly down the court right side, driving in, leaves it off, and they're going to say a travel. That's right, it was Payanis. They left it off to Mia Payanis, and she took that little step, that tiny little slide forward. Matt Enlow not happy about it.
And that'll be a timeout for Carlsbad, but their 15th turnover as Coach Enlow has got to figure something out with 3.9 seconds remaining.
And it'll be Lovington's ball to inbound.
He's going to have to pretty much steal.
Foul. Steal or foul.
Yeah, if you can't steal, you've got to foul instantly. And really, you're
not much time.
No, and depending on who Lovington is going to have on the court, you're going to have to think about who you're going to foul. You've got to think that the ball is going to come in to Barunda, Schaus, or Corral. And so all three of them pretty good from the line.
Exactly.
So the question then becomes, well, who do you want to
tag?
But you're going to have to, if you can't steal it on the inbound, you have to foul quickly. That way you leave yourself time. But with 3.9 seconds, another point any for Lovington pretty much puts the nail in.
That seals the deal, really, for Lovington. So not much time left. I mean, you have a couple of things, as you said, to try to draw up, to execute, but it all comes down to perfect execution. When you have this little time left on the clock, whatever you draw up, it kind of depends on Lovington and how they react, and your own execution. We'll see. We will see as Lovington will inbound and Braylon Hernandez will inbound. And she's got Schaus right in front of her, going to probably toss it and toss it over the other way to Barunda. Barunda goes to the hoop immediately, puts it up and in, and Barunda with 2 points as the buzzer sound seals the deal for Lovington, and Lovington wins in overtime 55-50 over 5A Carlsbad, and Lovington will go up 13-5 on the season with a big feather in their cap. And they will have momentum when they go into their next home game against Gadsden this Friday.
And a big game.
55-50, and we will do a pretty quick wrap on this as we get ready for the boys game coming up. But TJ, go ahead and take that.
Leading scorer for the Carlsbad Cave Girls, 11 points for Serenity Madrano. She also led them in rebounding. She had 8 in the ball game. She was the only Cave Girl in double figures. The Lady Cats were paced by Ashlyn Barunda, 26 points in the ball game. Then to go along with 6 boards, Abby Schaus with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Other scores, 6 for Leslie Corral, none bigger than the 5 in overtime. 3 points for Jabri Rios and a bucket for Zoe Blackwell, a bucket for Valeria Silva. The Lady Cats victorious in this one.
Yeah, and a big shout out. Good, well coached this game. Chief Ridgeworth, I think, deserves a lot of credit as well. The girls executed, but man, he really drew it up, and he got great execution from his players tonight on the court. In in and out. So looking good, and another good victory for Lovington girls, 13-4 on the season now. And we'll have more Lady Cat basketball coming up Friday night right here at 5:30. But next up, we're going to have the Lovington boys. We'll take a break, play a lot of our sponsors, and get you ready. Nope.
We'll bring the sponsors
Okay, you're
back
going
in.
to? Is this your plan?
I need to go downstairs.
I know that you do. That's why I was wondering just how much of a break we would have. But
probably about 6-7 minutes.
All right.
Start our Stone Oilfield Services
pregame for the Lovington boys versus Carlsbad coming up at Wildcat Gym. Come back with us.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up. Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Stand by for Lovington Wildcat football on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster. Go. Retro. Go. Vital.
Go, fly.
Guidance.
Guidance, go.
Inco.
Go.
Network.
Go.
Capcom.
We're go, fly.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
And welcome to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report as the Lovington Wildcats take the court tonight against the Carlsbad Cavemen. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Tiffany V keeping an eye and ear on things back at One Radio Square. And we got Reese Clayton shadowing us tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. If you are just joining us, well, you missed a good one as the Lovington Lady Cats in overtime took out the 5A Carlsbad Cave Girls 55-50. Hopefully we'll get an exciting game like that here in the boys matchup tonight. The Cats with some work to do, just 4-12 on the season. Yeah, they're having kind of a rough go with Coach Casey Pack and managed to go 0 for 3 at the North-South shootout. So they're looking for a little bit of redemption. Finally, just the second time this year on the home court in the friendly confines. So
that's a wild schedule. We're here, midway through January.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
So they're going to be looking to go ahead and see what they can do against another team in blue and white. Now, on the other side of the court, you've got the 10-4 Carlsbad Cavemen under longtime head coach John Zumbrin. Of course, he was the girls' coach for quite a few years. Now he has moved over to the boys' team. I believe he's in his second season as the boys' coach, and he's got them clicking pretty good. Carlsbad comes in at 10-4 on the year, and right now in the Max Preps Matrix, they are number 7 in Class 5A, so they are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. So if you're the Wildcats tonight, you need to find some consistency. Of course, they've been dealing this year with a lot of injuries. Some guys they were kind of planning on really being big contributors and have been for the team the last couple years have been out injured. Not sure if they'll be back tonight. Chicken Perez and Danny Criswell, I've heard they will be back in time for district, but you know, that takes a lot of firepower out of Lovington's offense if they don't have those guys out there. But sometimes it's good early in the year, especially because you build a little depth on your team and you find some other guys and some other options that might be a possibility down the road.
And, you know, we kind of grimaced at the whole schedule with this only the second home game for the Lovington boys. However, the upside of that is you're opening out of town, so to speak, right? There's less pressure on you, and you're making your mistakes. You're trying to work out the bugs and try to find your footing without having that glare of the hometown pressure and the hometown crowd and the expectations with that, you know, with it playing here at Wildcat Gym.
Well, absolutely. As we get ready for the start of this one, I'm hoping, and yes, it is, Coach McCraw sending us up the starting lineups for tonight. So for the visiting Carlsbad Cavemen, as I get it up here, the starters, if I can get my phone to cooperate, which is always kind of a
challenge.
A challenge some days. Their starters will be number 0, Tanner Cornum, number 1, Malik Mills, number 3, Z Huerta, also number 20, Dryden Priest, and number 22, Shane Sullivan. So that'll be the starting 5 for the visiting Carlsbad Cavemen. And now for your Lovington Wildcats, the starters for tonight are going to be, well, number 1, Chicken Perez. Chicken is back. You'll also have number 4, Elijah Rivero, the all-world wide receiver, also getting it done out on the basketball court. Number 12, Kingston Goodrich. Number 23, Donovan Gomez. He should be your post to start things off. And number 24, Manny Perez. So that'll be the starting 5 for the Wildcats. But look for, you know, some guys coming off the bench, especially Jacob DePorto and JoJo Perez off of the bench to really provide some solid and strong minutes tonight for Coach Casey Pack's squad. So 2 blue and white teams. I hope I don't get too confused.
And, you know, there are a lot of similarities to the colors and the uniforms as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a little tough.
We're in white, Carlsbad's in blue. I think maybe I'll be able to keep it.
I think
maybe I'll be able to keep it straight.
All right.
No guarantees on that. So we are clicking down to the introduction of the teams coming up here in just a few minutes. So we'll wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame report from Stone Oilfield Services, WH and the whole Stone family. They are your friends out in the patch. Anything you need in the oil field, Stone Oilfield has got your back. Stone Oilfield Services, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and the Lady Cats. We'll come back and tip this one off. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of this pre-district matchup between your Lovington Wildcats and the Carlsbad Cavemen. The Cavemen under head coach John Zumbrin at 10-4 on the season and are number 7 in the Max Preps rankings. For the Cavemen, their starting 5 tonight will be number 0, Tanner Cornum, number 1, Malik Mills, number 3, Z Huerta, number 20, Dryden Priest, and number 22, Shane Sullivan. Rest of the lineup for the Cavemen, you've got number 2, Kevin Quarles, number 4, Sanyika Green, number 5, Milo Kobos, number 13, Frankie Martinez, number 15, Russell Silva, number 21, Miles Stevens, number 24, Arenas Sanders, number 31, Lucas Bluth, number 32, Elijah Banks, and number 44, Mario De Leon. Carlsbad in the Road Blues with the white letters and numbers, and Carlsbad in block lettering on the front of their Jordan-branded uniforms. For your Lovington Wildcats under head coach Casey Pack, they are 4-12 on the year. Right now, number 19 in the Max Preps matrix. They've got some work to do. Their starters tonight will be number 1, Chicken Perez, number 4, Elijah Rivero, number 12, Kingston Goodrich, number 23, Donovan Gomez, and number 24, Manny Perez. Rest of the lineup, not all of them in uniform tonight, but are on the roster. Number 2, Mario Alba. Number 3, Danny Criswell. Number 5, Jacob DePorto. Number 10, Jojo Perez. Number 11, Matthew Contreras. Number 20, Chris Casares. Number 22, Chase Terrell. Number 30, Caleb McBride. 32, Jaden Garcia. And number 33, Alex Rivera. The Cats in the home white unis with the blue letters and numbers and the black trim, and Cats in script on the front of the unis. So it'll be Gomez to take the jump against Sullivan, and we are ready to go here tonight. A little basketball action. Game 2 of our doubleheader from here at Wildcat Gym. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Don Morgan, and here we go. So out on the big cat, it'll be Sullivan and Gomez, and the opening tip will be controlled by the Cavemen, and they will have the opening possession. We are underway as Huerta brings it into the offensive zone, comes over on the right side. He will sling it over and work it around to Priest, who will then just hand it off to Cornum. Cornum to Sullivan, drives in through the lane, puts up the little pop-up shot, and it is good, and Carlsbad strikes first. So now it'll be the Wildcats' turn, trailing 2-0 here early. To Gomez on the give and go to Rivero. 15-footer from the right block, and it is in. And we are tied at 2 as Elijah found the space on a good pass and popped it home. 7:22 remaining in the first. Spin move by Huerta as he will work in against Goodrich. Drives the lane, goes left baseline to Sullivan and up and in. So now 4-2 on a nifty little move by the Cavemen. As to the front court come the Wildcats, as Chicken, after a long layoff, is back in. He will leave it off to Rivero in front of the Carlsbad bench. He works against Mills, then they'll toss it cross court. Chicken comes up with it, throws the fastball to Goodrich. He'll have to toss it out. 3 ball on the way for Chicken, and bang! Perez with the tray and puts the Wildcats up by a score of 5-4. Back and forth here early as Goodrich contests Huerta as he crosses the timeline. Coming near side to Priest. Priest tosses it onto the baseline and driving in, and the reverse layup in and out, no good by Mills, and then the ball swatted away and last touched by the Wildcats. It'll be Mills to pull the trigger on the inbound. So Mills on the inbound, looks to get it in. Lovington leads 5-4. Wide open shooter in the left corner. That one is off the mark, but it'll be Sullivan there with the rebound, and he will take it off the glass for his 4th point of the ball game and his first board. Chicken brings it across the timeline, tosses to Gomez. He'll bring it right baseline to Goodrich, then out. Working it around, checking into, that's Manny Perez, and he's trapped up, splits 2 cavemen, then out top of the arc to Rivero. Rivero hippity hop into the lane. He is blocked by Sullivan. It'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. Bringing it back down will be Priest. He'll control, has a lane, goes straight to the rack and up and in with the underhand scoop. Dryden Priest, his first bucket of the ball game, and now a 3-point Wildcat deficit. Toss it into Gomez, right baseline, hippity hop, and flips it over to Rivero. Nifty little move as Rivero playing trailer up the lane and puts it home. So now it'll be Mills to the front court. That's Huerta. He'll toss it over. Cornum left corner for 3 and nothing but the bottom of the net. Tanner Cornum with the 3 ball, and he's got 5 in the ball game. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack. With 5:29 remaining here in the first, it will be a 30. We'll just keep it right here, Dawn.
Yes, and talk about quick pace coming out of this. The Wildcats responding well, I think, and, some pretty good movement, good transitions down the court, and keeping it close early on, looking good. It's nice to finally see them in action, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how well they're doing. Really nice to have Chicken in the game. Of course, if his tray hand keeps being that hot, we could, Cats could be in good form tonight.
Certainly could. Of course, no JoJo Perez tonight, so that's a loss on the bench. Also, just looking down there, I do not see Danny Crystal in uniform tonight either, so they're still out injured.
Yeah, I was going to say we're missing, some folks as well, but nice to have at least have some back.
Gomez on the give and go to Rivero, flips it out, and unfortunately nobody home. He was trying to get Manny, but nobody home on the near side, and so that'll be fielded basically. Mario De Leon on the Carlsbad bench. He's not in there, and so that'll be the second turnover for the Wildcats. So 11-7 the score in favor of the Cavemen. Huerta trapped up in the backcourt, needs to get it into the offensive zone. He will with Sullivan. Sullivan tosses to Cornum, left corner for 3, and that one will be an air ball, and Chicken will come away with it, and Lovington wants to run the other way. Chicken bounce past Rivero, left lane, up and in with the underhand scoop.
Nice, and that's an assist for Perez, and a really beautiful basket. Nice teamwork.
Back to within 2, 11-9 in favor of the Cavemen. Huerta to the front court, works against Goodrich, splits through 2 Wildcats, and Chicken goes down, and they are going to get Perez for the block foul. His first personal, first team foul. It will be on the floor, or should be anyway, but it'll stay Carlsbad basketball. Reinforcements coming in as Alex Rivera checking in for Lovington. He'll go in for Manny Gomez. Also coming in will be Mario Alba as he'll take in, and Rivero will take a well-deserved breather with 4:46 to go here in the first. Caveman basketball as that one will come in to Cornum back near the timeline. He works against Perez, goes from the right to the left. Flashes out to Priest, then into the corner with Huerta. Huerta picks up the dribble. Now Priest pulls the NBA 3 from the left slot, and it's good.
Wow.
Dryden Priest from NBA distance makes this a 14-9 ball game. A 5-point Carlsbad lead here early.
Nothing but net from way downtown.
4:20 remaining as the long pass into Albert into the free throw line. Get it in, and driving in is Donovan Gomez. Goes to the post, goes to the rack, and puts it home.
I like the way that Lovington is answering Carlsbad, answering right away.
14-11 as Huerta against Goodrich into the front court. Goes hippity hop through the right lane, banks it off the glass, no good, off the tip.
Nice.
Alex will bring that one down. Push it forward into the front court with Alba. Does the little head fake on Quarles, who just checked in. Ball got swatted away, but it'll be a backcourt violation because they're going to say that Lovington touched it last, and so that'll be turnover number 3 for the Wildcats. Give it back to Carlsbad, up by 3.
Yeah, good hustle though. I like the moves there. I like the intention. It just you win some, you lose some, but you don't if you don't try, you never know.
So Sullivan will inbound it to Huerta, and he'll get it right back in front of the Wildcat bench. Rivero back in the contest as they'll toss that to De Leon, who checked in, and then on the give and go, slicing through is Tanner Cornum. He is tearing the Wildcats up right now. He's got 7. 16-11, 5-point deficit for Lovington. Push it over, Alba, bounce it to Goodrich, then back out. Move it around, Rivero, hippity hop to the right block to Gomez,
beautiful.
Cutting down the baseline, and then instead of just going to the rack, he thinks he wants to get it over to Goodrich, but nobody home, and it's another turnover for the Cats. They've got 4 of them.
Ouch.
Carlsbad has held on to it every time down the court.
Yeah, the turnovers, Lovington's got to try to control that. That could just kill him tonight.
Huerta crosses the timeline. Goodrich giving him a little bit of space. 3:09 to go in the first, a 5-point Cat deficit. As Huerta, still out by the Cat, works against Goodrich, drives in, splits 2 Wildcats, puts up a shot, no good. Rivero with it, popped in the head, no call. Get it forward to Gomez. Gomez will go in against Quarles, and the foul going to get called on Quarles. That'll be his first personal. That'll be the first team foul on the Cavemen. Lovington ball on their baseline. As Mills will come back in as Cornum goes out. I'm glad Cornum's going out. He is tearing us up. He's got 7 coming in. Alba out
and Perez
in.
Yep.
And Chicken will get the inbound, and a whistle sounds, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Casey Pack, I do believe. He wants a second one. Yep. Casey going to take his second 30 already. Actually, the first 30 was taken by Coach John Zumbrin, if the scoreboard is correct, and I have no reason to believe it's not, but we'll just keep it right here. Of course, after tonight, the Cats keep a little home cooking going. Saturday evening, we'll be right back here as Roswell High comes to town. So we've got a Friday night girls game against Gadsden, and then Saturday evening, right back here against Roswell with the boys.
So it's nice to finally get this much of a look at both the girls and the boys, and as they heat things up toward district, that's the next thing, big thing that's going to happen and start, next week.
Yep. Before you know it, as the inbound will come in to Gomez, he'll hand it off to Chicken, who runs into De Leon and then gets his pocket picked. Stolen away by Huerta. He'll take it coast to coast and miss the layup. And Chicken with his second, and then he gets fouled, as that's a little bit of frustration on Z Huerta. His first personal, second team foul on the Cavemen. Stays Lovington basketball. Kingston Goodrich tosses it into Rivero in front of the Lovington bench. Cats trail by 5, 16-11 is the score. A little backcourt pressure with Mills. Rivero goes around it, gets it swatted, but Gomez saves it on the far sideline. Hippity hop through the lane, and that will be another turnover as that one went off of the foot. So Huerta will turn it back the other way to De Leon. Right slot for 3, and it's good. The big boy has got a sweet stroke and puts it down. Third tray of the first quarter for the Cavemen. Bad pass down the court. Sullivan tips it out over Rivero. Stays Lovington ball. A little frustration for Elijah as he pounds the ball on the court.
Yep, and Carlsbad has really started to stretch this out now from 3 points to 5, now to 8.
Into the backcourt to Perez. It'll come to Rivero. Giving him a little room is Mills. Toss it over to Manny, who just checked in. To Goodrich in the right elbow. Back to Manny. WNBA 3 distance. It's off the front of the iron. No good. And fight for the rebound. Chicken touches it and outfought Sullivan for it, but goes out of bounds. So it'll go back to Carlsbad.
Perez is so athletic. He's quick, but he just throws his body around with abandon. It's pretty amazing.
Dryden Priest will push it in. He'll get it into Huerta. Goodrich stays back to at least give him a little bit of pause in the backcourt with 1:50 remaining and a fast-moving first. As Huerta works against Goodrich to Priest in front of the Lovington bench. That's Perez out on him to De Leon, flashing it back over far sideline. That'll be Huerta to the high post, then into the corner. Driving in is Mills, tosses into the middle. First turnover as it goes into the hands of Rivero on the transition coast to coast, and it is blocked away from behind cleanly by Dryden Priest, but Lovington finally forces the turnover, and it'll stay their basketball in their offensive zone.
Yeah, again, gotta admire the hustle. The execution just lacked a bit, but hey, Lovington still got possession, and that's what counts.
As Rivera out, coming in his place, it'll be Jaden Garcia. Push it into Manny. Manny around to Goodrich. and handed off to Rivero. Huerta picks him up quickly. Then the little underhand pass. And it'll wind up back in Rivero's hands when it's all said and done. Brings it over to Chicken in the left wing. Tossing back out to Manny. Manny to Chicken. Deep left corner. Quarles bothering him over there, and he'll just have to toss it across, and trying to save it was Rivero. Unfortunately, right into the hands of Priest. Carlsbad back down the other way. Priest hippity hop, then cuts it into the right corner. 3-ball up and down by Malik Mills. A fourth tray for the Cavemen, and now they are doubling up the Cats 22-11.
Their perimeter shooting is just so hot tonight.
Yes, it is. As Chicken loses the basketball, Quarles pops it away through the 5-hole and out. It'll stay Lovington basketball.
And Lovington is not a team that shoots really quickly and easily. They really work the ball around a lot. They have not taken a lot of looks at the basket.
Contreras back in the ball game, as is Donovan Gomez for the Wildcats with 40 seconds to go here in the first. Donovan to Rivero, push it into Contreras, throw the fastball back door to Garcia. Jaden with the fall away, but nope, he traveled before he got it off, and that'll be the 8th turnover for Lovington.
Ouch.
So give it back over to the Cavemen. Already up by 11 with 35 seconds to go here in the first. Quarles crossing the timeline. In front of the Wildcat bench with Mills, then back out to Priest. Takes it to the free throw line, hippity hop to the post, and tries to go to De Leon on the left baseline and out of bounds. Second turnover for the Cavemen. They got a little cute there, and it cost them a turnover.
Yeah, threw it away.
Backcourt pressure being applied now by the Cavemen with 18 seconds to go here in the first. Another bad pass for Lovington as they broke the press. Now it'll come to Sullivan. Hippity hop, puts up the little floater. No good, and it'll be Gomez with the rebound. Donovan with 7 seconds, loses it off of his foot. 10th turnover for the Wildcats. Priest to De Leon to Sullivan at the buzzer. And the Carlsbad Cavemen will go up 24-11. We have played a quarter here at Wildcat Gym. Wildcat basketball back right after this.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up. Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, we have played a quarter as the Cavemen right now taking it to the Cats, 24-11. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Reese Clayton shadowing tonight. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. Wildcat basketball with some work to do as we get back to it. Into the front court with Gomez as he works against Huerta. Throw it into Contreras, then back out. Rivero, right wing for 3. It's an air ball, but Donovan will come away with it. Switch it out into the left slot, and that one is short. Off of the iron by Perez, and the rebound will be made by, that was Priest, his first board of the ball game. Back the other way, long ball up, no good, and Rivero has his second rebound. Lovington out rebounding the Cavemen 6-2 at this point, but Carlsbad all over them on the scoreboard, and a quick foul called on Cornum. He's got his first personal. That'll be the first team foul on the Cavemen. Stays Lovington basketball, far sideline. Back in will be Kingston Goodrich. He'll come in as Jaden Garcia will come out. Gomez, Rivero, Goodrich, Perez, and Contreras on the floor for the Lovington Wildcats. It's Priest, Sullivan, Mills, Cornum, and Huerta on the floor for the Cavemen. To Donovan, to Perez. That's Manny Perez. Back to Donovan, to Goodrich, out to Rivero. Right slot for 3. And bang!
Nice shot. Beautiful. Nothing but net.
Rivero with 9 points in the ball game paces the Cats as they draw first blood here in the second quarter. Back to a 10-point deficit for Lovington, a 10-point lead for the Cavemen. As Huerta works against Goodrich, goes to the free throw line, then tosses back door, and nobody had Sullivan, and he has his 8th point of the ball game.
Got to keep on your man. Don't lose 'em.
26-14 the score, a 12-point deficit. Back down the court, and that one knocked away as Gomez will come over and get it and save it. That'll reset the clock. Then to Rivero, to the front court. Push it over to Perez. Perez bouncing it to Contreras, to Goodrich, to Perez. Right corner for three for Manny. That one is off the mark, and Goodrich will chase it down and get it back out. Lovington resets to Gomez. Left corner for three. That one is off the mark, and Cornum will have the rebound, his first. Waits for reinforcements and for Lovington to drop back in defense. 6:20 remaining here in the first half. 26-14 the score for Carlsbad. Sullivan from the right elbow. Tossing around to Huerta. He'll wind up with it. Sullivan sets the screen. Huerta takes it to the baseline, goes through, and then they're going to say he stepped on the baseline and out. So that'll be the third turnover for the Cavemen, which is a good thing because Mills was loose in the right corner and drained the tray. So wipe that one off the board and give it back to Lovington. Just 3 turnovers for the Cavemen, 10 for the Wildcats.
6:08 left in this second quarter.
As Perez checks back into the ball game for Lovington. So Rivero to inbound it from the left baseline. So Wildcat basketball after a rare Caveman timeout. Gets it right back under full court pressure. Coming near side to Contreras. Contreras works it back to Chicken, then to Rivero, to Chicken. Oh, almost lost it. Got to communicate out there to Rivero. He works against Quarles. Takes it to the free throw line, then to Manny. Manny cycling from right to left, then to Chicken. Chicken thinks about the three. Manny sets a little pick for him, but just blowing right through that one was Green, who just checked into the ball game for the Cavemen. 5:41 to go. Rivero tossing over. Chicken, left corner for three. It is off the mark, and nobody underneath except for Priest to rebound it. And he'll take it back up the court for the Cavemen. He'll run through the left lane and push it up with the left hand. 7 points for Dryden Priest, and now a 14-point Wildcat deficit. 5:20 remaining first half. Chicken to Goodrich, throw the fastball to Contreras on the left base and up and in. Matthew, his first bucket of the ball game. 28-16 is the score. Wildcats trailing. Quarles to the front court, tossing it over to Cornum. Left corner for three, and yep, that is good. That's his second tray of the ball game. He's got 10. He will pace the Cavemen back down with Perez. Thinks about three from the left corner and then double dribbles. When you hesitate, you turn it over. 11th turnover of the ball game for the Wildcats. If he just lets that one fly, he's fine, but instead picked it up and thought he'd move over and in. And cost the Wildcats a possession here. 4:51 to go, first half, back in the hands of the Cavemen. They lead 31-16. Carlsbad going to slow play it for just a second. Huerta to the front court, works against Goodrich to Sullivan, throw it into Priest in the low post. He'll turn around the little 5-foot hook, no good, and it'll be Green with the rebound, and his shot up, no good. On the putback, and Gomez has his third rebound of the ball game. Chicken to Gomez. Donovan out there with Quarles on him. Donovan goes to the free throw line to Perez, left wing, three ball, up and bang!
Woo!
Chicken with his second tray of the ball game. 31-18, the Cats now have their third tray of the first half, keeping within touch. Huerta hippity hop through, and he's going to get fouled before he can dump it off into the near corner. In for the Wildcats, Chris Casares. And the foul will go up. That will be on Chicken. Nope, I'm sorry, that will be on Goodrich. That'll be his first personal. First team foul on the Wildcats. Stays Caveman basketball. They'll push it in to Huerta for three.
Oh.
And hey, we've got another stuck ball, and Donovan goes up and retrieves it. Possession arrow, though, stays with the Cavemen.
The odds of two of those happening on one night.
One night, I know.
Little slim.
And they're talking about the possession arrow, which the possession arrow should be Carlsbad's. Yep, it is. They talk about it. So it'll be Carlsbad basketball on the dead ball. Acts as a jump ball, so it'll stay with the Cavemen. 4:03 to go here in the first.
Oh.
And that will be Sullivan who gets the inbound, leans it up and in. He's got 10. 33-19. Back down the court come the Wildcats. Jacob DePorto in, just a freshman, I believe. And toss it over, bounce to Goodrich, bobbles it around, gets it out. Goes over to DePorto. Into Chicken, toss it around to Gomez. Gomez Now tossing it. DePorto, the little fake, gets a screen from Gomez, takes it out. The little 10-footer is up, no good. And it'll be De Leon with his first rebound of the ball game. Of course, we know DePorto's dad pretty well. Coach DePorto, longtime Lovington Lady Cat softball assistant, now helping Coach Casey Pack down the baseline. Get it to Sullivan inside. He'll take it from the left to the right. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, and then he will roll it over the front of the rim. 12 points now for Shane Sullivan. Back down the court under pressure. To DePorto. Thinks about the three, thinks better of it. Goes into the trees, also known as the Cavemen. To Casares. Handed off to Gomez, but Quarles is right there on him. Donovan will take it into the paint. He'll put up a shot, no good. And the rebound by Casares. Kick it back out. Chicken goes to the left corner. Now loses it as that one got swatted away from behind by Mills. 12th turnover for Lovington. To Sullivan in the paint, and then Casares takes it away from him, and they're going to say he traveled first. 4th turnover for the Cavemen, so the Cats running back and forth. Back in is Alex Rivera for Lovington. So Rivera back in. You got Rivera, DePorto, Goodrich, Rivero, and Casares for your Lovington Wildcats. Mills, Sullivan, Huerta, De Leon, and Cornum on the floor for the Cavemen. 2.5 remaining. First half, 35-19 in favor of the Cavemen as Casares dumps it into the middle, but unfortunately right into the hands of Carlsbad to a breaking Cornum, who gives it to a trailing Sullivan, who will lay it off the right glass. 37-19. Bouncing it, trying to get it to Rivera. Alex will take it up, partially blocked out. Ball loose on the court. It'll wind up in the hands of Mills. He'll take it coast to coast on the transition and lay it in. 5 points for Malik Mills. A 20-point lead. It doesn't feel like it should be 20, but the scoreboard does not lie. 1:57 remaining here in the first half. Behind the back with Rivero. Bad pass and stolen away. Sullivan tossing to Huerta. Back to Sullivan. Right glass once again. Yep. And that will be 16 points now for Shane Sullivan. And Coach Pack says, all right, let's figure this one out, boys. 1:45 remaining here in the first half. Wildcats trail the Cavemen. We return here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, the Cats in a big hole, 41-19, 1:45 to go here in the half. To DePorto, and he waits for the trees to come over him, and then over the back, they're going to get Mario De Leon for his first personal. Just the second team foul on the Cavemen.
I like the quick transition that Lovington made, though. Very quick down, and that's how, you have to try to defeat that height. And with your speed, your quickness.
Rivero out, Alba in, and he gets the inbound in the right corner. He'll pull the three-point trigger, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it winds up in the hands of Cornum. Cornum will just leave it off for Huerta, who will bring it into the offensive zone as Lovington drops back. Huerta on the back baseline to Sullivan, misses the shot, but gets his own rebound again and puts it back in. That kid is tearing us up. He's got, let's see, that's a whole bunch of points to not enough.
Yeah,
it's 20 in the first half.
Too many unanswered.
And then another steal, 15th turnover for the Wildcats. Green takes it through the left lane, puts up a spinner, no good, and it'll be Donovan with the rebound. Gomez brings it back into the front court with 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Alba to Gomez, stolen away by Green. Green has a little trouble controlling it. He will toss it over, and then just the leaner by Z Huerta. He's got his first bucket of the ball game. And we are in danger of going down 35 here early and making this a quick night. Gomez to the front court, tossing to Alba. Alba winds up with it, and then over to Gomez. Perez. That's Manny. Then out to Donovan. To the free throw line. 15-foot jumper. It is off the mark and from the tip. Huerta has the rebound, his first. He'll bring it back down with 27 seconds to go. Finds the right side lane and takes it up and in with the underhand shot. 47-19. Ugh.
It's, too many unanswered points. I mean, Lovington's been stuck on 19 points now for a lot of clock time.
Too many unanswered points and unforced errors. Bounce it over.
Turnovers.
Yep. 15, 16 turnovers now for the Wildcats. 2 to Porto, bouncing it off, and there's another one of those unforced errors that turns into a turnover, but DePorto takes it back at the buzzer to force the turnover, but the Wildcats with some work to do as they trail this one by a score of 47-19. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report right after this. Wildcat basketball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe, by the way. Also, HobbsAmerica.com, and if it's working, the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. 19-9 in favor of the Carlsbad Cavemen is our score, and let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. Shane Sullivan leads everybody for the Cavemen. They've got him with 20 on the board. I've got him with 18, so I'm going to go with my number. 18 for Shane Sullivan to lead everybody. He's also the leading rebounder for the Cavemen with 3. 10 points for Tanner Cornum in the first half. Then you got 5 points for Malik Mills, 4 for Z Huerta. I'm sorry, I missed Dryden Priest. He's got 7. There we go. Now we're caught up. And Mario De Leon with 3. So as we mentioned, Sullivan the leading rebounder with 3. Only 10 rebounds in the first half for the Cavemen, but when most of your shots are falling, that's really not a big deal. They turned it over 5 times in that first half, scored 24 in the first, 23 in the second. That's how they get to their 47 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Elijah Rivero leads the pack. He's got 9 in the ballgame. Chicken Perez next with 6. After that, not much. Matthew Contreras with the bucket. Donovan Gomez with the bucket. Donovan does lead the rebounding stats. He's got 4. He's got more than anybody in the ballgame. Lovington did win the battle on the glass. They had 11 collectively as a team in that first half, but 17 turnovers. 11 points in the first, only 8 in the second. That's how they get to their 19 on the board. And an interesting stat, and I'm not sure the last time I actually saw this outside of maybe a state tournament, 0 free throws for either team in the first half, Dawn Morgan.
That is crazy. And you know what? I hadn't really, that hadn't registered until you just said that. You know, the pace of the game going back and forth, there were a lot of other things to think about, worry about, and some things that Lovington, not doing well, but hanging in there and hustling and trying. But yeah, no free throws. That is truly amazing.
Well, it certainly
and
is.
it's not like it's not like you're watching the game thinking they should be calling fouls. No, the teams are playing pretty cleanly.
Yeah, they are. I mean, collectively, you just had, let's see, 5, 6 whistles in the first half period. You had 4 on Carlsbad, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and just 2 on Lovington, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. So, yeah, they're playing clean, but this has been a fast-paced, back-and-forth affair. But right now, too many unforced errors for the Wildcats. So, of course, this is the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. So, the Napa Know-How, keys to the second half. How do you know how to get back in this one if you're the Wildcats?
Well, it starts by hanging on to the ball more. You're not going to score unless you quit turning the ball over. And too many unforced errors, too many empty possessions, and not just some shooting woes. And some of this is because Carlsbad is a good team. You know, they're solid, they're tall. And they're doing and executing some things that they do. They're executing some things a little better. Lovington having to really, really work at really quick transitions to try to get there faster and do that. But that's not the only thing that you've got to worry about. You can't just be there faster. Then you've got to shoot well. You've got to follow up on the transition and follow it through and make points off of it. So Lovington just not quite there, but. You know, they've got 19 points on the board. It's not like they didn't show up to play tonight at all.
No, it's exactly right, but a 28-point deficit. Yeah, I think your keys to the second half is just play your game. Just try and keep this, respectable. You're down, you're having problems. And the thing is, Lovington didn't play that bad.
No, not that badly at all.
We may be sounding like, we're getting just completely run out of our own gym.
That's why I said, Lovington, it's not like they didn't show up to play at all, They're here.
Few too many errors that Carlsbad has cashed in on. So
they're getting outgunned, a little outgunned.
They are. So clean the errors up, work it around, find the open shots, continue to move in transition. Maybe, just maybe, and it's just a wild thought, find somebody and stick them on Shane Sullivan. I know there's stick them down in the training room. Just grease somebody up with it and literally stick him on the 2-2 on the back. That way he never loses his defender.
Now, and also something Lovington's had trouble firing up their perimeter game. And really, Chicken Perez is the only guy. He's got, 2 trays in it?
2 trays and Elijah Rivero with 1.
And so that's a little bit of trouble for Lovington as well. When your inside game isn't working for whatever reason, the height, the speed, the other team, well, you go to your outside shooting, and if that's cold, you're out of luck.
The mid-range at that point.
Yeah, exactly. True. Why not?
They're blocking out the mid-range pretty good, too. Yeah. So, we always talk about these things, but you've got to remember the other team does have a say in how all this goes, too.
Exactly.
What is it? The perfect battle plan only survives first contact with the enemy. So.
And Carlsbad's executing pretty well, and they're right now that they're really controlling the pace and the quality of this game, and Lovington is stuck playing catch-up mode, in catch-up mode.
There's a reason Carlsbad is number 7 in Class 5A in the state.
They're solid. They're solid.
Yep, they are not going to be a pushover team. So the Cavemen back out on the court. My guess is Casey is probably blowing a gasket down in the locker room, although he doesn't have a whole lot to be that mad about. So we will go ahead and wrap up your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in just a moment.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the start of the second half of this one. The Wildcats trailing the Cavemen by a score of 47-19. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Don Morgan. Reese Clayton helping us out and shadowing tonight. Tiff and Evie Stuber back in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on everything, juggling the cats and the chainsaws. And welcome back here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So it'll be the starters on the floor for both squads, as Rivero will control it as we are underway in the second half. Throw the fastball to Donovan. He is blocked by Sullivan. It comes into the hands of Goodrich, but he will lose it, and it'll be another turnover for the Wildcats. As Cornum spins and takes it into the offensive zone for the Cavemen. Picks up his dribble. Dangerous handoff to Huerta, but not much he could do under pressure from Perez. Perez on Huerta, very tight. He'll flip it out to, that is Sullivan with Perez. That's Manny on him. Toss it over to Priest, and then it'll be Sullivan. Sets the screen for Priest, who takes it in and rolls it home. Priest now with 9 points in the ball game, and it is a 30-point deficit for the Cats. Ouch. It doesn't seem like it should be that big a deficit. Lovington has not played that poorly, and as soon as I say that, of course, we've got it, slung 4 rows into the stands.
Well, the announcers curse, and then the player making a liar out of the announcer. There are a lot of little traditions that go along with play-by-play, aren't there?
There certainly is, yes. So back over to Carlsbad off the 19th turnover for the Wildcats. Huerta pushes it into the paint, and then he's going to get tied up. Coach Vumbren, and Huerta wanted the foul, not going to get it, but it'll be a jump ball, and Carlsbad keeps possession on the arrow. So Malik Mills to inbound it, left of his own bucket. Looks for somebody to flash three, and of course it's going to be Sullivan, and he takes it off the left glass and up and in. 20 points now in the ball game for Shane Sullivan.
The scoring drought for Lovington just continues.
Yes, it does. Chicken from the right slot for 3. That one off the mark, and it'll be Sullivan with the rebound. That'll be his 4th. He'll give it off for Priest. He'll bring it across the timeline. Then just back it up with 6:40 remaining in the ball game. A 51-19 shellacking going on right now. And a big block there for Gomez, but right back into the hands of Priest. He'll throw it back door to Mills, who puts it in, and he gets fouled. He'll head to line for 3 the old-fashioned way. Couple of Cats in the neighborhood. Let's see who they're going to whistle it on. They're going to get the push foul on Goodrich. That'll be his 2nd personal. First team foul on the Cats. And Mills will take the first free throw of the game for anybody.
6.5 left in the 3rd quarter. Not the ball
and
game.
The and one is up, and it is no good, and Gomez will have the rebound. That is his 5th. Push it forward to Rivero. He works against Cornum. Backs it up. Now out to Gomez. Throws it over a kind of a lazy pass, and Chicken does a nice job keeping his hands off of it. And they are going to call the push foul on Carlsbad. That'll be on Mills, his first personal, first team foul on the Cavemen for the half. 53-19, we are a point away from running clock territory here. So throw the fastball to Gomez in the left block, then around to Contreras and out. NBA 3, and it is an air ball into the hands of Cornum by Rivero. Back down comes Huerta. He works against Goodrich, goes behind the back to Priest. Priest will toss it over to Green, who's back in the ballgame for the Cavemen, to Sullivan. Sullivan works against Contreras, gives it to Huerta. Huerta to the free throw line and then out to Green. Thinks about the 3 from the right wing. Backs it up, then goes in. The 2-4s battle. He goes against Rivero, and he'll take it to the rack and up and in. Senyika Green, his first bucket of the ball game, and we are running clock time here as the Cats trail by 36. 55-19. Want to get it back into regular timing. Need to score on this possession. Rivero, the little 10-foot runner, is up and good. Elijah with 11 in the ball game, and Coach Pack takes the timeout with 5:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Carlsbad 55, Lovington 21. Wildcat basketball back in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Back here at Wildcat Gym, Lovington having some problems as they trail the Cavemen 55-21. Alongside Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here at Wildcat Gym. Just the second home contest of the year for the Blue and White Cats, but the Blue and White Cavemen all over them tonight. Not the result that Lovington wanted. Of course, the girls getting a big win earlier, 55-50, an exciting game.
In overtime.
In overtime, that is correct. Right here, Lovington Sports YouTube. So Carlsbad trying to get back this to running territory as Quarles for three. It's up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It is loose on the court, and Gomez will wind up with it after I think everybody else on the court touched it. So to the front court, Gomez winds up with it. From Perez, give it back to Chicken between the rings. Now to Rivero, thinks about the three from the left slot. Green gets to him quickly. That's number 4 backs off number 4. Back to Chicken near midcourt where he works against Quarles. Hand it off to Rivero, push it in to the free throw line where they will get it to Rivera. Of course, the Fresno State football commit to Donovan. Short arms that one, and it'll wind up in the hands of Priest, his third board of the ball game. Priest throws the fastball under, and nobody home. Got to get somebody back. 22 points now for Shane Sullivan, 57-21. Then another bad pass, 20th turnover for the Wildcats, as running it in and putting it home. Count the bucket and the foul as Huerta now with 6. And he runs over Elijah. I think they're going to get Rivero for the block. Couldn't get the feet set. We'll see if we're sure. Actually, it'll be the block on Chicken, his second personal. Second team foul on the Cats. So Huerta at the line for the and one. And it is running clock with a 59-21 ball game. Ugh. That's all you can say for it.
It's ugly.
Shot for Huerta's up and no good. And
not the shot, just the game.
And Rivero with the rebound. A little surprised that Alex is out for basketball. I'm a little surprised Fresno State would let him. But I'm glad to see him out there. So to Contreras, then to Rivero, deep right corner, brings it to the right block. 12-footer is up and good. Elijah now with 13 points in the ballgame, paces the Cats. 59-23, still running clock. Cats trailing by 36. Around to Quarles, he'll pull the three-point trigger off the back of the iron, and Donovan has his 7th rebound of the ballgame. Some nights you just don't have it, and tonight is one of those nights for the Wildcats. Gomez throws the fastball, tries to get it into Contreras, and not able to handle it as out of bounds. No, give it back to Carlsbad. It's not that Lovington has played poorly, it's just Carlsbad really hadn't made any mistakes. They've got 5 turnovers in the ball game, and their shots have been falling. What else can you say? They forced some turnovers and made some things happen that have gone their way, and then bad pass, and Carlsbad going to argue it was tipped. The man in stripes says no, it wasn't, so that's their first turnover of the half, and it comes with 2:25 remaining in the third.
A lot of times I'll keep misses and makes. I'll keep that stat, and I have it tonight as I'm running the camera and the score bug, but Carlsbad hasn't missed many shots. They've made more of the shots that they've taken than they've missed.
And they've gotten a lot of rebounds on ones they have missed, and,
exactly.
they've made the putback go.
A lot of offensive rebounding for them.
So on the give and go through the lane, shot up, and Rivero can't get it to fall, and De Leon will have another rebound. So to Green. He'll toss it across, and that one is going to be stolen away. Good job by Alba. 7th turnover for the Cavemen. He'll push it forward to Manny. And, oh, yeah, that's a foul. As Sanika Green reaches out and Well, Manny just looked like he needed a hug.
Yeah, I was going to say, he kind of reached from behind and gave him a squeeze.
Kind of that bro hug thing.
Brug. I think that's a brug, right?
I think so. It's a foul no matter how you look at it on the basketball court. If a team in one jersey does that to a team in the other jersey. It might have been camaraderie, but
Is
that's
that
even
a word?
I don't know if it's not.
Now.
It is now. It's on YouTube. It's there forever.
It's one of those 14-syllable words like on Jeopardy.
That could be, yes. And Alba from the left elbow, shot up, no good, and Rivera takes it out and puts it back up.
Who looks at the basket?
Not going to fall, and Lucas Bluth will get the rebound for the Cavemen. I would not want to be in the wrath of Alex Rivera. I wouldn't want to battle him. There's a reason he's going into the Mountain West next year to play football.
Tough guy.
And so it'll be a little push shot up, no good by Quarles. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two. We're going to whistle that one on Jacob DePorto back in the game. Jacob's first personal, third team foul. Oh, they're going to say it's on the floor. And Coach John Zumbrin going to take a timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Going to be just a 30 for Coach Z. 59-23 the score. Not a lot of time, only 31 seconds remaining in the half. It is running clock territory here.
Well, in the third quarter.
In the third quarter, yes. Well, of course, don't forget after tonight, the Wildcats will have a couple days to kind of catch their breath and get the number of the truck that ran over them. It's, number 22. That's the number. That's Shane Sullivan with 24 points in the ball game. But they'll catch their breath, and they will take on another opponent out of that 4-5A district, that being the Roswell High Coyotes back here on Friday evening at 5:30. So back to it out of the timeout. As the inbound will come in, and De Leon goes straight to the rack and in. He's got 5 in the ball game. So now 61-23, 25 seconds to go here in the third. Alba trapped up in the backcourt, gets it forward to Perez. Manny back to Alba with 15 seconds to go. Alba directs traffic, gets it to the free throw line with Rivera. Rivera then going to work against De Leon. And they should be, they're going to give Alex the charge on that one. His first personal. 14 foul on the Cats, not that it matters. Wild shot up at the buzzer, no good. And we head to the fourth. Carlsbad in command of this one, 61-23. Wildcat basketball back in a minute.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Back here for the fourth quarter at Wildcat Gym, Lovington trailing Carlsbad big, 61-47 is the score. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight. Start of this fourth quarter. It'll be Lovington basketball as Alba to the front court. Tosses it around to DePorto. The youngster seeing some time. Flashing it around. NBA 3 on the way for Perez. That one is up, no good. And it'll be chased down, and the rebound going to be brought down by Cobos, who saves it by tossing it off to DePorto. And so it'll be Carlsbad basketball on the right base.
Running clock, of course, so this quarter is going to slip by pretty quickly.
Yes, it is. So on the inbound, thinking about the three is DePorto. He'll give it to Alba. Alba pulls the 17-footer, and it rolls off the top. That's just been the kind of night it's been for the Wildcats, as Cobos will have his second rebound of the ball game. I'm going to have the bench in for the Cavemen to the left base and then out. They'll work it around. Cobos top of the arc for 3. That one is off the iron, and he'll wind up off the tip with his third rebound of the quarter. Toss it over into the deep right corner for Silva. He'll pull the three-point trigger, no good. And it'll be a rebound for Manny Perez. That'll be his first. To the front court. Bring it down with Alba. Hand it off to Perez. Drives left baseline. Puts up the little push shot and good. Manny Perez has his first bucket of the ball game. 61-25 the score. 6:40 remaining here in the contest. To the free throw line with Stevens, and he'll toss it in. And it's a turnover, and back down come the Wildcats into the hands of Contreras. Then over to Perez, then to Alba. Alba to DePorto. Does the little head fake, pulls it in. He'll pull the 12, 15-footer. Bounces around, and it'll be Banks into the ball game with his first rebound. Toss it down, and Sanders for three. It is in and out as Rivera battles for the rebound. Still loose on the court, and finally it'll be Silva who comes up with it. His turnaround no good, and it'll be Banks with the rebound, and he will score.
3 looks at the basket, though.
63-25. Yep, hard to make it any better than it is when they're getting 3 looks to your 1. Poking at it. DePorto will take it to the free throw line, and he'll bank it off the glass.
Nice shot.
Jacobs' first bucket of the ball game, 63-27. 5.5 to go, of course, running clock when it's more than 35 points. To Stevens, back door to Banks, and up and in. Banks at home. He's got 4 in the ball game. Oh, the Wildcats trailing this one, 65-27. Alba in the front court, works against Sanders. Winds up in the hands of DePorto. DePorto to the free throw line, needs some help. Alba comes back and then trying to get it into, that is Jaden Garcia into the ball game, but Jaden can't handle it, and it is out on the baseline and back over to Carlsbad on the 23rd turnover for the Wildcats. The Cats trailing by 38 here, 4:48 remaining in the ball game. Cats putting some of the starters back in as Gomez and Chicken back in for Lovington. Also Rivera back in too. So the Cats seeing maybe an opportunity to get this back under running clock territory with the Carlsbad bench in. Silva, long cross-court pass. Elijah almost steals it away. Good anticipation there to flash through that passing lane. Mariana Sanders not able to hang on to it, but he'll pull the trigger from just right of his own bench. 4:10 to go. Into the free throw line, and then throwing it back door to Banks, and another bank shot for him. 6 points in the game now for Banks off the bench. 40-point deficit for Lovington. Just one of those nights. Nothing falling. 3 on the way for DePorto, and bang!
Just as you say that, there they go again.
Jacob DePorto drains it. 67-30. 3:45 to go. Hey, if Lovington can stop them this time down and get another 3, well, that would get it back under 35. Thinking about getting it to Banks, to Sanders, to Silva. To the free throw line with Stevens, then out. And a 3-ball up. That one not going to fall by Kobos, and the rebound by Donovan. That's his 8th board of the ball game. He leads everybody on the glass. Chicken in the front court where he works against Sanders. Over to Gomez in front of the Wildcat bench into the corner. Thinking about the 3, DePorto picks up the dribble, and then he is going to be fouled. Think they're going to tag Banks for that one, but we'll see for sure. Is on the floor. Casadas waits to check in. Yep, it will be on Banks. His first personal. First team foul in the quarter. There's more subs coming in for both squads. Casares on the floor for the Wildcats. Rivero looks to inbound it, flashes it into Gomez. Takes it on the right baseline, goes hard to the rack and up and in. Donovan Gomez with 4 in the ball game. Gets it down to 35 points. Still running clock, but Lovington may get this under 35 and back to normal timing rules. So to Martinez, to Sanders, and then back door. I don't know how they lost Lucas Bluth, but they did. And he's got his first bucket of the ball game. Too many looks on that baseline tonight, Dawn, for the Cavemen, if you're a Wildcat fan.
Yeah.
And a foul going to be called on, call the push foul on Sanders. That'll be his first personal. Second team foul on the Cavemen. Clock continues to move. Now down under 2 minutes, 69-32. So Rivero to Perez. Chicken giving it right back to Elijah. Elijah goes against Sanders, almost loses it. Goes to the free throw line, pushing it into the corner. DePorto for three. Off the mark, and it'll be Silva with the rebound. And back into the hands of the Cavemen. Martinez to Silva. They can just play keep away at this point to Sanders. And off the tip, Silva takes him a minute to collect it, but he does. Then that one's going to get tipped. Chicken gets the hand on it, and they'll just flip it back out. Martinez for three, top of the arc, kisses the front of the iron, and then squibs out and away. Of course, our next broadcast will be Friday evening. The Lovington girls will be back in action, taking on the Lady Panthers of Gadsden. 6 o'clock start time on that, I believe. And Saturday for the boys against the Coyotes of Roswell High. 1 minute to go in this one. Chicken to Rivero. He works against Martinez, backs it up between the rings. Then back to Perez, and he tried to toss it around to Casares, but he was coming in towards the basket instead of towards the corner, and it is another turnover for Lovington. 41 seconds that is remaining. 69-32, Carlsbad going to improve to 11-4 on the year. Drop Lovington to 4-13. Bluth, bad pass, stolen away. Gomez will take it coast to coast, and Donovan misses the layup. And it'll be Bluth with his second rebound again. It's just been that night, but then gets wild and crazy the other way. Kobos can't handle it. 10th turnover for Carlsbad. So 13 seconds to go. Clock continues to move. As the inbound comes to Chicken. And he'll take it, bounce it to the right base. Casares back to Chicken with one, with none. And that will do it as the Wildcats fall tonight by the final score of 69-32. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to your Wildcat postgame report as Carlsbad drops the Wildcats tonight by a final of 69-32. For Carlsbad, two double-digit scorers led by Shane Sullivan. He had 24 in the ballgame, all in the first three quarters before Coach Zumbrin put his bench in. Then 10 points for Tanner Cornum. They were the two biggest cat killers on the night tonight. For Lovington, the bright spot, there was a few, even though didn't have a great offensive night. Elijah Rivero with 13 points. So big night for him. 6 for Chicken Perez, seeing his first really extended time back since injury. 5 points for Jacob DePorto, 4 for Donovan Gomez, who led everybody tonight in the rebounding category. He had 8. Then you had 2 points for Matthew Contreras and 2 for Manny Perez. And Lovington had 0 chances at the free throw line tonight. I don't remember the last time I ever saw that.
I'm not sure I ever have. I'm not sure there's a single game with one team with absolutely no free throw shooting.
And Carlsbad only had 2 shots, and they missed them both on and ones.
That's wild. Very wild.
That is very wild. So with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on it as the Wildcats and Lady Cats get the split tonight in overtime. The Lady Cats knock off the Cave Girls of Carlsbad 55-50, and then in the nightcap, the Cats fall to Carlsbad 69-32, the final. We'll be back with more Lady Cat basketball on Friday night as the Gadsden Panthers coming into town. We'll be with you about 5:45 or so here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and then Saturday evening at 5:15 for the Lovington boys against the Roswell High Coyotes. So we will put a wrap on this one for tonight, my friends, as just too much cavemen for the Cats. Big thanks to Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For Dawn Morgan and also for our observer here tonight, And you can go ahead and introduce yourself. I'll let you do that.
My name is Reese Clayton, and I love